It's not really cinco siete, is it?
No,
57.
Thank you. I was
Yes.
like, hold on.
I said the numbers.
I
Y'all
know.
live.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, that's what it means in the upper left-hand corner.
I don't see it on mine. I don't see it on mine.
That voice
there
said,
it is.
"You are being recorded." You didn't hear it?
We started off good this morning.
Well, what's
Yep.
up? What's happening, everybody out there in podcast land, man? We appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is your boy Rick Rob, the host with the most, man. And this is episode 57, 10 Cents Podcast Crew coming live to you. What's happening? Renee, talk to me, man. How you living today?
Living good, man. Got back in town. I'll be leaving town tomorrow. Looking forward to knock this podcast out as usual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Glad to have you here, Mick. How you living?
Ooh, episode 57. I'm gonna take it back to 1957.
Okay.
I got a saying. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. That's Mae West, 1957.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Shout out to that.
All right.
Good morning.
You hit me with the YOLO. I was like, Drake just said that. That's cool.
Mae West said it first.
57 was the origination. I got you. Shout out to that. Luda, we see you rammed out.
What up, baby low? 57, muy caliente. This is Luda with the crew, because this is how we do when we do what we do. Let's hit
I
it.
see. Somebody's
love
ready
it.
for the cipher. Somebody's ready for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. B, talk to me, man. How you living?
I'm doing good, man. Got to hang out with the boys last night. Did a little drinking. We're doing good,
Little?
man. Just a little. Just a little. Just a little. It was a good time, man. Good time.
Yeah,
And
that's what's up.
good to be here this morning with y'all.
I love how y'all have all that energy when I'm gone. Like when I was there, we sat around. We was asleep by 9. Renee was turned up on inside the house. When I leave, y'all out till 2, 3 in the morning, living y'all
Hey, I
best
tried
lives.
to get you to go out, man.
You did.
I did. I was
you
like,
did.
yo.
You
So
did.
everyone else was turned down, but I was up.
Hey, I'm not blaming you, fam.
What's more than tried? Because that's what it was. I don't know what goes after tried. That's
It
what
was him not going. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
It was really
Sure,
on
he-
Rick at that point.
He had the setup and everything.
That's right. He had a plan. That was the dude that had a plan.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff going, man. I should have took you up on that, but it's all good next time. Anyways, let's jump into this first quarter, shall we? We're talking NBA playoffs, man. A lot of stuff happened since last week. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Lakers are gone. There. Let's just get this out the way. We're done. We're done. I think the last time we talked, we said we were gonna come in there and get game 3. We didn't really speak on actually, I'm sorry, game 4. We didn't speak on game 5. Oh, actually, no. Last time it was
Right.
game 4. We lost game 5. Right?
And
Was it
6.
3-2,
Yeah,
4-2?
we lost
Yeah, we
5
lost
and
game
6.
5 and 6. Yeah, game 5 and 6. It's I look, I haven't watched since
Right.
the second half, or since just about to the second half of the first or game 5. Like it got ridiculous. So I know
You made it to the second half because I didn't.
No.
I-
I'm in right before halftime. In game 5,
even then.
I'm in right before halftime. And I was like,
I was
that's a
done
wrap.
first 5 minutes of the friggin' first quarter, and I
Ah.
never put it on again either.
As soon as
So we got-
AD went out,
Nothing there.
yeah, we got blown out twice. All right, I don't care. We got blown out. We got outplayed.
Mhm.
We got out hustled. We got outmanned. We got out hearted. We got everything.
That's what bothered me more than anything was
Felt like
the lack of effort, dude. That's the thing that really.
2008.
yes, they
What did
don't
I
want
tell
it.
you? What did I tell you? I told y'all when they were over there dancing and stuff. I was like, that shit is cute, but I hated it. Like that's just extra motivation. And what happened? You seen Crowder? He woke up.
Also danced on them.
You saw also danced on him. Chris Paul was like, yeah, no, nobody's gonna do this. No back downs. You know, they clowned us. They
I
clowned
see-
us and
I
dismissed
see.
us.
Booker's telling someone what
Yeah.
in the face. I thought so. Y'all got
Yeah,
ran.
yeah,
And we
yeah.
did get ran.
Yeah, so shout out to Phoenix, man. No love lost over that. I mean, you did what you were supposed to. Let's talk Lakers and LBJ legacy real quick. Do y'all think that hurts? You think that's got to be one of the worst ones, right?
No,
don't think it does?
In
No,
the first round, Jordan's lost
mean,
in the first round.
No, he's 14-1 now, right? That was a big thing, is that he
Yeah.
never lost in the first
Right.
round.
Yeah.
But
Right,
the
but-
way that they lost, the way that he
No.
played,
I still
No,
don't think
he-
so.
He has the injury.
Too
He has
many,
the injury
too many
to
injuries. Yeah,
fall
you got
back
the
on.
whole injury thing. It's
That's-
not even
so-
that, dude. It's just
so
like
we are allowing that.
Right, it's not going to ruin his legacy or anything. It's just going to be like a loss on his record, but it's not going to ruin his legacy. So
I
like,
don't
he'll
think
still be
I
considered.
don't know how much better or worse. I don't think his legacy could get much worse, but
or
Right.
any. It's not bad at all, but I don't know if it can get
Right.
much better either. Like it's almost like set in stone already. Like this is you.
I mean, okay, you're right. I mean, however many years in the game.
Now, yeah, was it a horrible way to lose the first one? Yeah, I mean, it was
Honestly, I'm not trying
as,
to like
as you can see, it was bad to watch.
deflect blame from LeBron because he deserves some, obviously. But
Sure.
our role players were hot garbage.
Hot garbage. Yeah.
Like they
Yeah,
didn't
were.
come to play at all. And I don't think LeBron can just muster up a 40-point game. Like I think age has really caught up to him. Like, yeah, I can't just
Well,
drop
that and a
40-point
short,
game.
Well,
short turnaround season.
Yeah. I
Right.
think that 70,
And-
that 71, 72 game
and
or days
D'Angelo.
off is rough.
Yeah,
So
and then I mean, look at both teams in the finals. Both bounced in the first round,
Yep.
and they weren't even close. The Heat
Right.
got swept, and Lakers were out in 6.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
So where do you think we go from here, guys? What do you think is going to happen this offseason?
Well, right now,
He'll
we have
up,
4
he'll
people on
up.
the roster.
We
No,
got
there's-
4 people on
there's-
the roster.
there's 5.
Who?
There's 5. It's LeBron, AD, Mark Gasol, Kuzma, and McKinney still
No.
under contract. Those are the
No,
only guys that are fully under
Caruso.
contract.
Caruso
Caru-
is on.
Caruso is not under contract.
He just signed this year with us for like 30 million. I'm guaranteed.
Uh,
What the list I saw was Braun, AD, Caruso, and Kuzma are our only players signed.
Well,
we
what I think we need is
'cause I know
uh,
Harold's got a player option, right?
Yeah, that's why
Right.
he could
And-
opt in or
and-
opt out.
And Horton Tucker's a restricted free agent.
Something like that. Yeah. They'll
So-
probably
Wait,
resign though. But
which one were you brought this up in our text thread regarding getting rid of like Kuzma and some other player to get like a Damian Lillard or CP3 to come over?
I would
know.
I would trade Kuzma and then try to sign trade Shooter and throw something else out there to try to get like Lillard or something like that.
Or
It seems like he's pretty
CP3?
frustrated. I wouldn't trade all that for CP3, but
You wouldn't?
Yeah, no,
Not
not,
all
for
that.
CP3.
Oh,
No, but
dude.
CP3 said that he's opting out of his deal in the
Yeah, so he might be able to
offseason
sign him
in
anyways.
hopes of getting a multi-mil, or he wants another 3-year deal.
Right.
So that
He,
but
come
wants
here
that-
and he'll get it.
He wants that in the 100 mil.
He deserves
Right.
it. He deserves it.
Yeah, he wants a
Like,
3-year 100 milli.
might
You know what I'm
deserve
saying?
it, but he's getting
Hell
up there in
no.
age where like I don't know if
Hell
you
no.
want to give him that.
Bruh, I don't know about
Well,
that.
I mean, to have him for 3 years with AD and LeBron right now, I mean,
Nah.
that'd be unstoppable.
I take
that-
2. I would
That
take
look
2.
like 3 injured prone players. Well,
Mhm.
LeBron's not injured prone, but
Yeah.
he's recently injured.
Yeah,
Two
a lot
injured
of
prone
street-
players for
lot
sure.
of street clothes players.
A lot of street. The whole team would be the Los Angeles street clothes.
Well,
Oh,
okay,
it's all bad.
as
Hey, they
Laker
need to
fans,
say
you
the
guys-
same thing about Joel Embiid though.
Oh, they
but
do.
as Laker fans, you guys wouldn't want to see that.
I
No,
want
I
to
would-
see
I
it
would-
for a
I
year,
would-
for this year and maybe next year.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to see Chris Paul.
So
in
how
a-
about just a bunch of 1-year fucking player team options?
That's what I would love to see.
for
Let's do it.
30 million a season.
Let's run it.
And
Let's
make it
run it.
just-
But
That
you
sounds-
guys-
yeah, that sounds
You guys
better to me.
mentioned Dame Dollar, and as we know, Portland got bounced. Epic game 5, unfortunate game 6. Portland is out again, and obviously Dame is throwing some heat on the front office, and they're hearing him. You know, they let go of Terry Stotts, which I thought was rough, but I get it. You know, what I mean, how long do you have? But their thing is they're talking about doing whatever it takes to keep Dame Dollar and to make him happy.
Right.
So
Right.
And
Right.
he came
As much-
out and said he wants Kidd as the coach. He's already
Yeah.
thrown that out there. He wants Jason
Yeah.
Kidd as the coach, and they'll see if they can make that happen. But you know, it's time for Portland to just fucking blow that thing up. They still don't have a number 2 there. There's no number 2 there. They've tried. You know, they thought it was CJ. It ain't CJ. They tried it with what's the center that they brought over from Denver,
Sorry, yes,
Nurkic or
Nurkic.
whatever. They thought that was it. Still ain't it. Now they have Norman Powell, and Norman Powell ain't a 2 either.
Nah, he's never been a 2.
I think he's a serviceable 3-4 though. But you know,
Yeah.
I mean, you
No,
get the
that's what I'm
right-
saying. But all it is it's a 1 with a bunch of serviceable 3-4s.
Sure.
Right. So
He needs a running mate.
I don't
He
need,
needs a
yeah, he
running
needs like a 1A, and I don't know if they have the assets to get that.
Well, what 2? Okay, let's think about what 2 theoretically can they get to go that's not under contract.
Right.
That's going to help. That's going to make a difference.
I mean,
Well,
the
it
only
could
thing
be
they
the
can
same
they can
thing.
play
Bradley
on.
Beal.
I would say
maybe.
that's it exactly. They could throw a Hail Mary for Bradley Beal, and they could
That's
take
the only
CJ
one I can
McCollum and
think of.
flip him. That's about it. Yeah. But
Well, that's what I was
the
going to say.
Hail
You
Mary.
probably have to do some type of a sign and trade, you know, bounce McCollum, bounce Nurkic or whatever,
Yeah.
you know, and try to
Well,
get somebody
But
like
Nurkic
Beal.
already basically said, because I asked him, are you coming back this next season? He was like, I don't know if I want to be here.
Damn.
He
Well,
already-
I mean, that's
he
fine.
was like,
Yeah.
now
But
the
you
thing,
also got to think too, like right, like maybe Kawhi goes to Portland when he's a free agent.
hilarious.
He can walk over there.
Yeah, he can. Well, he can walk at the end of the season.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
He's allowed to.
And when
I
y'all
mean,
put
Portland's a good team, right? You know what Portland reminds me of right now is the Clipper team when they were under Doc Rivers, when they had that potential, but they just can't get over the hump. That's kind of how Portland reminds me a little bit right now.
they're missing a lot of people. That it's Dame Dollar and the Dollets. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different than the Clip Show. The Clippers had at least three good dudes and then a serviceable shooter. You know what I'm saying? They were a little bit more
big man.
and yeah, they were a little bit more built. One of you guys put in the group chat the Karl Anthony Towns thing. Is he ready to opt out? Is that what that's about?
I
Talk
think
to me.
so. Or they're
I
gonna
think
trade
he's.
him.
Yeah.
He's probably tired of
Well, it's the
doing
same thing, right? We've been seeing the same thing with Minnesota, right? They've had
But they just
All
got
this-
Anthony Edwards.
that. Yeah, but they've had draft pick after draft pick after draft pick. It's like,
They ain't had no Anthony Edwards.
Karl Anthony Towns, who averages like 30 and 10. That's a lot.
But you got Anthony Edwards coming into year 2. I mean, I'm sticking around with young D Wade.
Then they got to get rid of fucking D'Angelo Russell and find.
Oh well,
somebody
yeah. I
else.
mean that part. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. I mean, ship him to the Wizards and go get Bradley Beal. I mean, why
Bradley
not?
Beal, I don't think Bradley Beal's the game changer. He might be a game changer for the Lakers because you have Braun there, but like him and Lillard is like him and McCollum. It's like
I
Russell
mean-
Westbrook and him.
Eh,
We'd have to see that.
yeah. Yeah.
Similar
I mean,
to that.
I wish
I
they played a
mean-
little bit more defense, then I'd be able to really, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I hear you on that.
All right, one more place that we got to talk about. Boston got bounced out pretty quickly, and obviously a lot of changes out there, right? Danny Ainge stepped down as Celtics press. Out of nowhere, Brad Stevens is the man, and he's got to find himself a replacement. Jason Kidd, you talked about him being talked about in Portland. Boston said that he's on their list too, and along with Lloyd Pierce and a few other guys. What do y'all think is going to happen out there in Beantown?
I don't know. There's so many guys up there for that head coach. I think Chauncey Billups is up for
Chauncey
nomination
Billups,
for
yeah.
that as well. I mean, there's a guy that's what is it, LaGarrity or something like that. I mean, I think he's going to get that job. He's probably one of the coaches that's currently there, and he's been there like 10 years. I think he's tenured for like the longest coach there or something like that. So I think it should go to him. But I'm not a Boston fan anyway, so I don't give a fuck who they pick.
We knew that
Oh,
something was going to happen too when we heard that that 7-year, $70 million deal was on the table for
Yeah,
Brad Stevens at Indiana. But I just didn't think it was going to go this route. I thought
at all,
he
right?
was either going to leave or the Celtics were going to pony up, match that contract.
Yeah.
I didn't see Danny Ainge leaving, but because I thought Danny Ainge was a staple. So
Yeah, for
Sorry
sure.
for them.
You mentioned it. You said, honestly, the only thing that would pull Brad Stevens away from this coaching job is that 70 million, that lure, right, in Indiana, which is a good program. But yeah, we definitely didn't see this happening. This is super left field. And I heard, even though Danny Ainge stepped down at Celtics press, he's about to pull the same thing with now I'm skipping. I almost wanted to say it was Denver, but damn it was somebody else. Did you guys hear that? Where Danny Ainge was potentially about to take the same position with somebody out here in the West?
Really?
No, I haven't heard that, but
I haven't heard.
Damn.
of
No.
All right. Well, you know what? It's fake news until I can find the facts. So forget that. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff happening around the league. Let's get back to playoffs because there's a lot of good stuff still going on. Yesterday, game
Sure.
1 between the Nets and the Bucks went down, and James Harden went out in 40 seconds. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard any news of the MRI?
hamstring.
But is it like he's out for a definitive amount of
I
time yet?
haven't
Is it-
heard, but if you
They
play
have-
hammy, you ain't playing the next game. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't come back at all.
But they're not going to list them out for the playoffs yet.
Well,
They're just,
they took him out of the center and everything. They took him directly to a hospital to get
Yeah.
that
They still
MRI
won.
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to your point, yeah, Eddie P, what's up? Welcome. They gave Milwaukee, a 2-piece and a biscuit.
They still won, but it'll be different. This
We were
game.
talking
Yeah.
about it.
First
We were
game,
talking about
always
it.
someone usually does something, then there's like adjustments made.
There was
Right,
a fill out, but I think the bigger issue was Milwaukee just not hitting shots from the outside
Yeah,
yesterday.
correct.
They were bad from 3-point line. And how often are we going to see Blake Griffin put up 18?
Right.
That's the thing. I just
Blake Griffin
it
is
ain't going to be
sore shit this
consistent.
morning, regretting everything he did
he's-
last
Right.
week.
It's not going to be consistent. So
Yeah. But I still
you
think they
know.
got enough firepower. Joe Harris didn't go off last
Yeah.
night. You know what I'm saying?
no, he
A
didn't.
lot-
The one
a
who
lot-
did was James.
Yeah. James was nice.
James showed up. you know,
and I think that's the difference for them. That's the difference. They've got two bona
Too many-
fide superstars.
Too many
and
weapons.
Then,
too many
and then
weapons. I agree, but I think Milwaukee got away from stuff that was working.
Oh, for
Robin
sure.
Lopez down low was doing work, and they
Yeah,
need to just
they
keep
should.
Where
getting the
was
ball
Chris
inside.
Middleton? Did Middleton score yesterday?
Robin
I watched the
Lopez.
whole
I was-
game, and I swear
I
to God,
know.
I didn't see a
He
single
only
bucket
had
go
like
in.
17.
I think I saw one 3-pointer and one floater.
Did he?
That was it.
Oh,
That's
man.
all I.
Yeah, like
that's all I
17.
remember.
I must have went to the
I know
bathroom
he ended
both
up with
times.
he ended up like Renee was saying 17, but
Was it
It was a
7?
quiet 17.
it was a real quiet 17.
Are
Real
you sure
quiet.
they just didn't like, hey, number 3 scored? Okay, we'll just give it to Middleton. Don't worry about it.
That's a possibility.
Like I didn't see them buckets. You know what I mean? I didn't
Yeah.
see them
Oh,
buckets.
I'm
but
sorry. He only had 13.
there
How
it
many
is.
times have you heard someone say Robin Lopez is doing work?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah. By the way, it's not Robin. It's
It's
the
Brooke.
other one.
Brooke.
Brooke.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
said
So
Robin.
To your
it's
point,
Robin.
Keith, it's less
you're
for
right.
Robin than it is for Brooke.
It was funny because they were talking about how Brooke Lopez used to be. Yeah, that is funny. But it was they were talking about how Brooke Lopez used to be a net. I forgot that. I completely forgot. That's how
Yeah.
he really made his name. I forgot he was out there shooting them threes and doing big things in Brooklyn
Yeah.
before there was anything.
That might have
I
been
was like-
Jersey time though, wasn't it?
Might have been.
Was it even maybe like when
It was
they were still in Jersey? Yeah.
Man, it might have been. It's been so
I'm not
long.
sure.
So what do y'all see happening out of the series? If James Harden doesn't come back, does this thing go 7 and they lose? Do you still? I mean, what do y'all see?
I'm
I
rocking
see
with
it.
the
I
Bucks.
see it at 6 with Brooklyn winning.
6 with Brooklyn.
I like that.
Yeah. Renee, you're the one who picked Milwaukee.
Yeah, I picked Bucks, man. It's Bucks and 7. Let's go.
I
Bucks
say
and
Bucks
7.
and 6.
Let's go.
Bucks and 6 if
Bucks and 6.
Harden doesn't come back.
You guys think? I mean, I like.
No,
Milwaukee,
we're talking about with Harden, without Harden already, right?
Without
Yeah.
Harden, yeah.
but even if they
Yeah.
don't, yeah,
Okay,
I'm saying all in
Bucks
doesn't
and
matter.
6.
I agree.
Nets and 6.
Nets and 6. I agree. That
Bucks and
team.
7. Bucks
I'm
and
holding out.
7.
I'm holding out with Renee. I'm holding out with
Bucks
Renee
and
and,
7.
and Eddie P. I'm,
So you're saying
I'm
saying
hoping
Bucks
Bucks.
and 7.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
Bucks. I don't care,
well,
6 or 7.
I hope
Ah,
y'all
I
are
don't
right.
care.
Yeah.
Bucks
Yeah.
gonna gentlemen sweep them now.
Well, look, let's talk about the. Here we go with this damn gentleman. Let's talk the other game one going on today. You guys mentioned Embiid should be called street clothes as well. He's out with a meniscus tear. We have no idea exactly how long. So this series gets started without him. They got Ice Trey going up to Philly. What do y'all see happening?
I still see
The
Philly
crowd
pulling it
today.
out.
Ice Trey gonna quiet the crowd today.
You think
No,
so?
man, Ben Simmons is gonna. Is that dude even 6 feet? I know he's listed in the program at 6, but is he really even 6 feet?
Who?
Trey?
Trey.
Trey?
Oh,
He's probably like 5'10", 5'11".
Exactly.
He
And
may
he's gonna
be,
have
like,
6'10"
pushing
Simmons.
6.
6'10" Simmons crowding his airspace, man. He'd better shooter from 45
I
today.
don't think Ben Simmons is gonna guard him. He'll guard someone else bigger.
We'll see.
They'll probably have like
We'll
Danny
see.
Green guard him or something. Seriously.
This series is a gentleman sweep. 6
Or
Yeah.
they might have like
I
Seth
agree.
Curry guard him.
Yeah, no, I agree. This series, Atlanta, you did your thing. You took out New York, what you were supposed to do. I don't really think that you're ready for Philadelphia, even without Embiid. So
Right.
yeah, you're lucky to
But
get
they're gonna
one.
pull this one out. They're gonna
But
win
shout
this
out to the
first
A.
game.
You know what I'm saying?
They-
I do
they-
like the
they-
energy.
They
They
may
win
get
the
one.
first
They
game.
may-
Like the Sixers did to the Lakers, and then there's
Yeah,
sweat.
yeah,
and
maybe,
then that's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's how
I
I
do
see
like
it.
I do like the energy though, man. Shout out to the A. All right, well, Game 7. Let's talk Game 7 real quick because this is a big one.
Luka,
Every team is
Luka.
one on the road so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Statistically means that
I mean, realistically,
is
there's
gonna
no
win it.
pressure on Dallas. There is
No.
no pressure on Dallas. That's
No.
the thing.
Well,
It's
Cuban's
all on
putting
the
the pressure on
Clippers.
Dallas, though. Cuban's putting the pressure on Dallas.
I still don't think it's as much as what's on the Clippers. You got
Yeah.
Balmer fucking
ready to
looking,
blow the whole team up.
dude.
Well, he knows what potentially could happen, right? Like
Yeah.
potentially, P and Kawhi could be done with this year, right?
Not
Did
Pete.
they
Yeah.
both opt out?
Not P.
Not Paul
no,
George.
no.
Oh, okay,
Paul
not
George.
P.
Kawhi.
Only
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
I need this one for my picks posterity sake. Let's go, Clippers.
Yeah, you
It's
can Clipper
disgusting
there
to
all
hear a
year.
Laker. It's disgusting to hear a supposed Laker fan root for the Clippers. It's gross.
well, I'm glad. I'm
Hey,
glad you
and-
Being right
and-
supersedes my fandom.
and Paul George being the MVP.
Yeah, yeah.
That was another prediction.
Well,
That's
Wow.
right.
you can't call them all.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, no, I think
You haven't called many.
This is where Luca takes over.
Couple of years.
Yeah, and Porzingis got to step up once again. If Porzingis steps up and Luka does his thing, Luka goes and gets 40, Porzingis gets 27 to 30. It's
That ain't happening.
Paul
Porzingis ain't
George is
scoring
doing
27 to
35
30.
plus tonight, boys. Just you heard it here.
If
Paul
Porzingis
George
gets
tonight.
22 points, we'll be happy. Like that
Yeah.
would be helpful. Tim
I'm going
Hardaway
for
might
Dallas.
drop
If
another
if
22.
Porzingis can just get into double digits,
He gets into double
Mavs
digits
will be happy.
regularly.
he had 8 the other day.
Okay, that's
Eight.
I
one
say
game.
17. If he
The other
hits
day he had
17,
like
they're
20
good.
Yeah.
Man.
Tim
Oh,
Hardaway
wait.
needs to show up too, though.
We'll see.
You know what? One thing I forgot. I'm sorry. We glanced over it earlier because we started this off with talking about the Suns and what they did to the Lakers, but we didn't really talk on the Suns Nuggets series. So real quick, I think that starts tomorrow, right?
Correct.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
guys got for that? I got Suns on the way. Just so my people know. Now that the Lakers are gone, let's go Phoenix. Go ahead. Let's go. Let's go D Book. Let's go
versus
CP.
Phoenix in the finals. That's what I want to see. I want to
Yeah,
see
let's-
it. I don't know if
let's
I'm gonna see
go.
it. Let's
So,
go. I'm
Bucks
with the
versus
Suns, too.
Nuggets.
Bucks
Nuggets.
versus Phoenix, you said?
That's what I hope to see.
Oh, well,
I got-
let's
I
just
got
go.
Suns
Let's
and
go.
Nets.
Let's go by conference right now. And like I said at the beginning of the season, it's going to be the Suns and Utah in the conference finals.
Oh, okay.
With, and then I'll make my prediction there.
So how many games do you see
Anyway.
the Suns Nuggets series going?
Suns Nuggets. I'll see this going 4-2.
4-2.
Suns.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Flip that the other way.
4-2, okay.
Flip that the other way.
You got Denver?
I got Denver.
You got
Jokic.
Denver.
Jokic is going to solidify himself as the
MVP.
undisputed
So you don't think
Uh,
Aiden can handle that?
MVP. No, Aiden's going to
Okay.
get Aiden's. Remember when Shaq and Hakeem Olajuwon that first matchup? That's
Yeah.
what that's going to look like.
Okay, which is fine, but there's 4 other men on the court.
Is
So
CP3 still hurting?
No.
Nope.
Doesn't
He's-
seem like it.
I don't think
yeah,
he's
he's coming.
100%.
He's still working his way back.
And
But that's the thing.
he's
You
had
talk
time
about
to recover.
matchups. I think the Suns are deeper.
Yeah, but
You don't think
something
so?
about-
It's close.
I think Porter
I don't know.
Jr. steps up too. He has to. We'll see.
He's
We'll see a
been
new
looking
Porter
real
Jr.
You've
Kuzma-ish.
you've been saying that. Rick's been saying that too for a while. Like
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Porter
But he stepped
Jr.
up.
Porter
He carried
Jr.
him in the first half, the last game. He carried him
Yeah.
the first. He had like 22 in the first
Yeah, he
quarter. for
had like 20. Yeah, but then the
Right.
second half, what happened?
I mean,
Nothing.
He Kyle-
then
he-
Jokic
was
took
Kyle
over.
Kuzma.
22
Not a-
points out of Porter Jr.
not a
That's
damn
down money.
thing.
So you
Yeah.
mad that he scored 22 for them? Otherwise, they would have got blown out.
Yeah, no,
And then
I
because
mean,
he didn't perform as well in the second half.
So
but
he had
Jokic-
his Kyle
the
Kuzma
MVP.
moment.
Because
That's
then
all.
Michael
MVP,
Porter Jr.
yeah.
showed up in the second half.
He had
No,
his, he had his,
yeah,
Jokic
he had
showed-
his, he had his Killy Kuz.
yeah,
Jokic showed
yeah.
up
Nah, man.
like he's supposed to as
All I'm
MVP.
saying is that he needs to be more consistent. But top to bottom, I think that the Suns have a deeper team, and I like
I would
their
take-
coaching better.
Michael Porter Jr. over Kuzma any day.
Oh, well, yeah.
Everything
That's been
tells
well
me
established
everything
on
points
this
to
Oh, yeah,
Phoenix.
we still on that? Yeah.
Well, y'all talking about Kuzma?
Hey,
moment,
hey,
like-
real quick.
No.
let's
I was
back-
just saying he had a Kuzma moment, is what I was saying,
Oh.
where he went off and then
Yeah.
didn't show up in the second half.
Hey,
We know
That's
somebody
prime
hates
Kuz.
somebody.
Real quick, can I
Apparently
just
you-
let y'all
you
know
ain't
this
Kuzma.
blasphemous shit that I heard, and I'm not sure if this was really a Kyle Kuzma quote or somebody was just really trolling him, but it said on the interwebs that Kyle Kuzma said he thinks he really evolved as a player and established himself as a top tier player and defender, more importantly, this
I
year.
hope he didn't say that.
I said, shit.
That must be that fake burner account or something.
Right?
'cause no way
In the
that came
Pac-12
out of
when
that.
he-
Yeah, when he was with Utah back in the day, when he was
Kuzma
when he was a
also
youth.
said one time that if he was on the Lakers, he'd be a starter anywhere else. And I was like, stop that.
Yeah, you know where he would start? He would start in Washington,
And Cleveland
in Cleveland.
and the Rockets. That's
Yeah,
it.
man. Come
Three
on,
shittiest
Kuz.
teams.
Come on,
maybe
Kuz.
the Magic.
You got and maybe the
Yeah, and the
Magic.
I'm saying Denver in seven.
Another team
Denver
that's
in
blowing it
seven?
up.
Denver
Maybe
in
the
seven.
Pistons. Maybe the Pistons were bad
And
too.
there's going to be another
This last
7-game series.
Yeah.
Denver in 7. All right, we'll see. We'll
Everything
see, man.
should point to Phoenix, but for some reason, I have a feeling Denver in 7.
I'm riding with
And-
this book.
Good point. It's a
Interesting.
process too. You can't just go from out of the playoffs one year to run to the conference. Like, you got to take your
No.
lumps.
Bro,
you
I'm
can,
telling
you
you, their
can.
process had started. If you look at what they did in
Okay.
that bubble, like they was already getting it together, and then they added
Yeah.
CP3. I'm telling you, man, Nah,
That's a
those-
good point,
Yeah.
Jamal. That's a
But,
good
but
point,
they
Jamal.
they added
They're not the
several
Rams.
pieces,
They're not the
though.
Rams. They can't do that.
I,
Nothing one
look,
year, ring the
Yeah.
next year.
and
damn
then
it, I have
nothing,
but they
nothing
add-
saying-
but the Suns added more
Miracles
than just
do happen.
Paul. I think
they
that's
did.
the
They
one thing
added
that we
that Channing
forget.
Crowder or not
They-
Channing
they-
Crowder.
Jay Crowder.
Jay
Crowder.
Crowder. Thank you.
Right. And that was another presence, right? That's another veteran who's
another
been there.
championship piece.
Right.
Yeah,
Thank
a
you.
dog.
So
You know what I mean?
Crowder. Jay
Un
Crowder.
perro.
Yo,
Suns.
I just want to know what team Jay Crowder's going to be with next year.
exactly.
Clippers.
The Lakers.
Yeah.
Lakers. He's going to be in the Ron
Yeah.
Artest
and
role.
then
Which one of the
He'll be
10
taking
teams
over for
he hasn't
Montrezl
been with
Harrell?
yet will he be with?
Yeah, exactly. He'll be with the Lakers, and
and
we'll
then we're
call
gonna love him. And then we're gonna love him because
Exactly.
he's a Laker.
Until he
Right.
misses all them threes like he did and gave what 3, 4,
Oh,
and
man.
5.
Hey, when
He
it was
didn't
time
in
to go
6,
down,
though.
he
He didn't in 6.
Yeah, he buried us. One more thing we'll note before we get out of the second quarter. Big news this week: Coach K of Luda's beloved Duke program is going to be retiring after this season. They've already named his replacement, which is an assistant coach, and I forget his name again.
John Shayer.
Shayer. Okay, thank you. Real quick, Luda, you know what? I'll let you just talk about it, man. What do you think this means for Duke? Like anything you want to say?
It's a sad. I'm gonna say like that quote from oh my gosh, well whatever it's called, Smiles and Cries. I'm crying because Coach K is leaving, and he's a legacy there. He's gonna leave a legacy, left his mark. I mean, I think they have a building named after him there, or the stadium's named after him. But
Yeah, I mean everything. should
I
be
mean,
named, yeah.
this guy made Duke basketball. So I don't think that I think anybody that comes into there knows the standards of what Duke basketball means to that school. So they're not going to just pick anybody to just take over and start running it. So I think John Shayer was already an assistant coach, so somebody that already knows the traditions.
He grew
Yeah.
up in the
To-
program.
Yeah,
basically.
to kind of step up and take over. I'm smiling because about that, but
Get ready for a lot of early exits.
I'm saying.
well,
Yep.
I knew this was going to come up during this time, but no, fuck you guys, man. I mean, we're still gonna be Duke.
That dude
okay?
ain't gonna be able to
He
recruit.
came up under Mike Krzyzewski, but he ain't
He's
gonna
not
do the
Mike.
same thing.
Chris is
You're not be able to get those
Wait.
athletes anymore.
Okay, wait, for anybody that doesn't know how to pronounce his last name, I'd rather you just say Coach K than fuck up his last name. Okay. Much love for you, Coach K.
Hey,
Enjoy your
hey,
time
hey,
off.
hey,
I-
let me ask you this. Oh, go ahead. B.
I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say, dude, obviously I'm not a Duke fan. I'm technically not a Coach K fan, but I
Mhm.
will say that dude knew what he was doing when he had the dream team. I mean,
Yeah.
he knew what and he did it for what, like 2 or 3 Olympics in a row, and then
Yeah, he
finally
got
pass
3
it off to
gold.
Pop, right?
Yeah.
Pass it off to Popovich. So
Now, Coach K is legendary. Honestly,
Sure, absolutely.
if Tyson was looking to go somewhere, Duke would probably be one of the 3 programs that I would say for him to go to HBCU because of just what Coach
You
K.
covered your bases right there.
You
bud.
like that? Like
I was waiting.
You like that?
but
Yeah,
that
man.
but that was based on Coach K being there.
Yes, based off of Coach K,
Okay.
his basketball prowess,
right.
you know what I'm saying, the way that he has helped a lot of these dudes become young men, you know what I'm saying, all the
Sure.
respect to Coach K,
Sure.
he will definitely be missed. Luda, for you specifically, since our coach isn't here, I know he probably asked this, do you know who the coach before Mike, Coach K, was there?
Krzyzewski.
I thought I had it for a minute. I did.
No, I don't, sir. I
Mm.
actually grew up watching Duke when Coach K was there, so I don't know the history prior to him.
1974 to 1980, it was Bill E. Foster. And then Coach K took over in the 80s. All right. And we
All
move
right.
forward. All right.
I always hated Duke since they beat the running Rebels.
Mm.
in
My
that
brother
championship
would agree with you on that.
Christian Leitner made me hate Duke. The end.
Well, that too. I wasn't a Hurley fan either.
I
though.
wasn't hurt. I was gonna
Little-
say I didn't like Hurley.
little
either.
rat
Greatest
face
college
bastard.
player ever, Leitner.
Hilarious.
Might be.
The greatest college player ever.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's coming from the
That's what
Duke
they
fan.
say.
That's it.
He even
No,
has
the
a-
greatest
he has a
college
thing.
player ever
He
That's
even has
thing.
a 30 for
wore
30.
4
man.
letters, and it started with UCLA. That's the greatest
Hey.
college player.
Hey, I
ever.
agree. I'm with Kareem on that. But
It's Kareem
A lot
or
of
Bill
people
Walton.
say-
One of those two. Kareem
a lot
or
of
Bill
people
Walton.
say Leitner.
That's
Look,
Yeah,
man.
a lot of
They
people
all
out
I
there
don't.
too.
I don't.
They-
I'm just
they
saying. a lot
all
of
live in
people say
Durham,
Leitner.
North Carolina. They all live
Yeah.
in Durham, North Carolina, except for this guy wearing a fucking Ram sweater.
Yeah, right.
He's the,
Yeah,
only, he's the only
outrageous.
other one.
Yeah, you talk about weird fanhoods. But anyways, all right, let's jump to it. Let's keep pushing. We're going on to the second quarter's gauntlet time, y'all. So we got a lot of different things to discuss here today. Let me see where we want to start. Hey, real quick, is anybody monitoring the YouTube comments?
There are none.
There are no. Okay, well, y'all could have just lied.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah,
it.
we've got of the 3,000 people that are on right now watching us. We have
Replace them damn
yeah.
numbers, man.
Adrian Wojnarowski just said Harden's not going to play.
Is Harden out?
Harden's out. That's what he just put on our comments.
There it is. All right, yo. All right, so we're gonna keep pushing. All right, so I guess this should be a quick one. This was DB talking. Honestly, this came up because I was watching I Am an Athlete, the podcast, and Primetime was on there, man, and I love that dude. You know, it's funny. He and Chad Johnson were talking about different ways of lining up and how they would have fared against each other. And it was funny, they lined, like, they got a thing where whenever they're together, they got to line up against each other. And Dion was on, you better watch your feet and this, that, and the third. And they just had like a really interesting thing going back and forth, all respect, of course. But it had me thinking at their prime, at their peak, who was the best DB? Now, when I went online, I don't understand why this person was mentioned. Don't get me wrong, all love to him, but they put Richard Sherman versus Darrelle Revis, and that was where the conversation started and stopped. I didn't think that was fair, because any question about the best DB of all time that doesn't include primetime is crazy to me. So I added a couple of different ones. We talked about it. Let's see what you guys think. So we've got at their peak, who was the best DB? We got Richard Sherman, Darrelle Revis, primetime Deion Sanders, Champ Bailey, or Darrell Green.
But you know what? We forgot about one, and he played cornerback early. Wasn't Charles Woodson a cornerback before he was a safety?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yes, he
yeah.
was.
Yeah, very good.
We got to put Woodson in there.
Yeah, you got to throw. Okay, so then we'll throw there.
He ain't got to put
Charles
Woodson in there. He ain't better than Revis or Dion.
I think he's better than Sherman.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
who's the
yeah.
best?
Yeah,
I say
Hey,
Revis.
if Sherman's in there,
So
you put.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many you
Hey.
put in there. You're gonna pick one, and to
Yeah.
make
I
Deion
don't know.
Sanders.
I don't know if Sherman or Charles Woodson was better than Darrell Green.
Mm.
Darrell
I put-
Green was
my
a stud
vote is
for the
Revis
Redskins.
Island. He has his
Okay,
own island.
then Darrell
He has
Green's
his own
your
island.
choice.
Darrell
Yeah.
Green's not my choice. I'm
No,
just
you
saying-
said it. So
no,
now
I
you
said
picked it.
I said Sherman and Woodson are not better.
I'm
Okay,
saying
then-
Darrell Green would smoke all of them, including Dion, in a fucking flat out race, though.
Okay, so you're picking
Easily.
Darrell.
Maybe.
Who you got,
Maybe.
Luda?
I got Deion, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
Jamal.
I agree.
You
Prime
can't get
time.
better than that.
Yeah,
It does
Deion-
not get
Deion's
any
number
better
one.
than prime time, man.
No,
Prime
Deion's
time.
number one.
Revis
Yeah.
is better than
Number
prime
one.
time.
No.
Mm.
No.
My second
felt-
choice would be Revis.
My
I
boy
feel like-
Ramsey.
Dion never had a chance to lock down Jerry Rice, though. He never could in his life. Got schooled
Well-
every
Oh,
time.
those
Every
No, he
time.
did not.
Those
Who
did
those
he?
were the best ones.
That's all I remember.
No,
Touchdown
he did
after
not.
touchdown. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
They went back and
No,
forth. There were
there's-
times Rice got him, and there were times he shut Jerry Rice down.
Thank you.
It was a hell of a battle. Let's just say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else on this list would could hold a candle to Jerry Rice, man. Like, Jerry is that dude. Dion's number one all time, man. And
Seen
then it's got to be
Revis
Darrell.
lock down number one
sure.
receivers
Oh, for
on the
sure.
regular,
Oh, for
including
sure.
Randy Moss,
and
and
we agree
Terrell
with
Owens,
you,
all them-
but
Andre Johnson. I could name
But
all
at-
the receivers.
Bro,
okay,
bro.
well, out of Revis and Dion, who would you pick, Renee? Let's just put it that way. Just
I
pick
said I
one.
pick Revis.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
I mean, I
You're
respect
a
that.
Revis. You're a
I said I'd be on
fan.
Revis Island. Yeah,
I
the reason he
respect
has an
that.
island.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. This conversation to me, when it comes
Yeah, I
to
don't know.
Sanders and Revis, is like MJ.
There
and
was a
Kobe.
reason
Well,
why.
hold on.
Bill
Lockdown
Belichick-
cornerback
hold on.
and
There was
is
a
like
reason why
first
Bill
team all
Belichick-
defense. That's
Mick, don't even get him started, sir. You know how he gets.
no, because here's the thing, right? Okay,
Renee's
once you get a
being Renee right
reputation,
now.
nobody even challenges you anymore as a cornerback, right? And then there's pros and cons to that. So from a skill for skill set, we have a much better picture of who's a good DB by the ones that actually defend passes and the ones that get picked on, because those are the guys that or can either defend or not defend. Once you get a reputation, your reputation precedes you. Like first team all defense, you know what I mean? It's in basketball. It's kind of dumb, but
Yeah.
I don't know how we really. I mean, I guess we can just go off of what we've seen, like technique wise. Renee, you're saying Revis is the best technique wise as a DB?
Well, because he runs his routes better. What the fuck?
First of
No,
all,
he
man.
runs
he
his
don't run
routes.
routes. We're just gonna
Shit.
say
He
that.
doesn't work. He don't run routes, Luda.
First of all,
Well,
DBs don't run
what?
routes.
I'm just
So-
saying, making a point. You motherfuckers know what I'm trying to say.
I don't think it matters though. I don't think technique matters. If you're shutting someone down, that's what matters.
Yeah.
No
Thank
matter what
you,
technique
older
you
brother.
use.
Thank you, older brother.
He's arguing with that with Jamal, not me. I didn't argue about technique. I
Oh,
said
I'm just
Deion-
saying in general.
Yeah.
I'm not.
all I'm
arguing
saying is
about
Bill
what you're
Belichick
saying.
was known to not pay anyone. He literally paid Revis $20 million for 1 year to shut down the left side just so they could win the Super Bowl, so he could double on the other side. Literally did that.
Well, I'm going to also say this.
And they
Dion
won the Super
mentioned
Bowl because of
something.
that.
Dion mentioned something that I agree. He said in his time, it wasn't just the it wasn't just the wideouts. It was the quarterbacks as well. So everybody had somebody. You know what I'm saying? Rice had Montana, Andre Reed, and all those dudes. They had Kelly. He was like
Well, he had to go up against Michael Irvin and Aikman
and Troy
for
Aikman.
years. Yeah.
So he was like, he said at the end of the day, you could have a dope receiver, but if you didn't have the right type of dog throwing that ball, it didn't matter. And I feel like that also plays a part in this. At the end of the day, Deion Sanders is the OG. You know what I'm saying?
That's why he gets the love, because he was the first one to dominate like that.
He's the OG, man.
Because he's the best one.
And prime
Nah.
time is still locking him down right now, I think. All right,
Yup.
moving forward.
He was a pussy though. He never tackled no one.
Well,
You can take
Yes,
that to
mate.
the grave, pussy.
Well,
you
yeah.
can take that to what team is he coaching now?
And that's why I
The
picked
eight-
Revis. And that's
Jackson
why I
State
picked
or,
Revis.
HBC, the HBC.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, didn't Revis had to shut down Randy Moss while Brady was throwing him, the GOAT was throwing him the ball? I'm sorry. That's a
Oh,
thing,
no.
right?
Did
Didn't
he?
Revis have
Was
to
he?
shut down?
Well,
He
wasn't
wasn't-
Deion-
Did
wasn't
he
Deion-
Marvin
shut him
Harrison?
down? Like you're saying, did he shut him down every time? Revis did?
No, did Deion shut down Jerry Rice every time? No.
Okay, but you said, well, didn't
Jesus
Revis
Christ.
have to shut him down? I don't think he shut that. Nobody shut Randy Moss down that year.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. He got 50.
They
Man
played
broke
twice.
the record with
They played
Well,
twice that year.
touchdowns.
One
they
game.
lost, and they lost both that year.
Nah, they lost one. Well, yeah, they lost both. That's the year they went undefeated.
Yes,
Or
thank you.
Tried to go undefeated. Just because you lose doesn't mean that Randy Moss did something that game. We're not talking about wins and losses here.
Well, we're
We're talking about.
hypotheticals right now.
Okay.
Nobody has any stats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Moving forward. All right. Going to the NBA real quick. So of all the first year NBA coaches to win a chip, and this is relevant because of what's probably going to happen this year, who would you say won it more because of the team rather than actual coaching prowess?
Kerr.
You would say Kerr. You say Kerr was a beneficiary of a team that was so good it didn't matter his coaching ability.
Is there a
Nope.
list that we can? Or are we just picking out of the top of
No,
our head?
pick-
off the top of your
pick-
dome,
pick-
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
you had time to do
Do some-
homework.
Do some homework.
You had time.
Well, he said do
Hey,
some homework, and he said Kerr. Okay,
hey, he
stop
might be
it.
right. He might be right.
Wait, because of Kerr, because of coaching prowess.
Not because of coaching prowess, because of team, because of the players he had.
Yeah, he's saying his team was. He's saying that he wasn't a great
His
coach.
team
it
was so
his team.
good that he didn't have to coach.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying the other way. Okay,
No.
all right. My bad.
From
That's what
Darrell
I'm saying,
Revis,
Mike.
Randy Moss was the toughest
Okay,
receiver.
fine.
I
Here
ever had to
goes.
cover.
We'll get the fuck off. We're out of that subject, sir.
Here we go.
Eddie. Keep it coming, Eddie.
Here goes a couple. I'll list them off from you, okay, or for you. Let's go from the 80s, okay. You got Paul Westhead with the 79-80 Lakers, Pat Riley with the 81-82, Steve
Yeah,
Kerr,
Magic.
Tyronn Lue with the Cavs, Nick Nurse with the Raptors,
Yeah, LeBron. That's
Yep.
him. Nick Nurse. That's the one.
Nick Nurse.
That's the
The
one.
I'm gonna say
Raptors?
Tyronn Lue.
I literally thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad. I was like, yo, who?
That was
y'all
his very
really-
yeah.
I
Look
go
at what
Tyronn
Tyronn Lue's
Lue.
doing now. It's Tyronn Lue.
But look who he had. He had Kyrie, LeBron, and
That's why we're saying.
But
he
that's- I know.
didn't do
That's why
much
he's saying
coaching. It's all
his
about
team-
the players.
yeah, his
I
team
thought you
was better.
said which coach did it because forget it.
He's so confused.
Okay.
We want to know.
That's my bad. That's my
What,
bad. I
we
must
want to
have
know
phrased
what
this
coach got the
question.
easy.
No, you said it right.
championship
You said
because
it
of his
right.
players and not because of his coaching.
Oh, see, I was thinking the other way around.
In,
Yeah, I
in
know.
his first year. In his
Yeah,
I'm
first
just gonna go on
year.
mute. I'm going on mute.
I'll say Tyronn Lue over Kerr.
Yeah,
and,
man.
and went on to win it in his first
Yeah,
year?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. It's Tyronn Lue, man, had to be the biggest beneficiary ever, I think, of a good team. Now, I mean, Steve Kerr definitely got a great team from Mark Jackson. You know what I'm saying? He only took him so far. Steve Kerr was like, "Hey, this is how you do it." Nick Nurse was a great coach. He still is. He gets. I mean, look at what they did last year. I know they suffered this year, but look what
So I
they
need
did
the
last year.
Clippers to lose just to prove that Tyronn Lue ain't that coach.
I don't think you need them to lose in order to prove that. I think what we've been seeing all year long is more than enough.
Everybody knows LeBron was the coach, but he was the coach.
Yeah,
Renee, you wouldn't root for like a second hometown team when your team's already out, just to like,
no.
oh shit,
I'm not
No.
rooting for no rivalry.
no.
That's the thing, right? That's the biggest thing is the clip, because everybody says Dodgers and Angels are rivals. They're not rivals.
Phoenix
They're not
Suns.
rivals.
I'm
They're not
rooting for the
rivals, 'cause
Suns.
neither of them can stop each other from getting to the World Series.
But are the Clippers really the Lakers' rivals?
They in our
no.
home. They in
the
our
last couple
no.
years.
I'm just saying they're in our stadium.
Well,
man. Get that
And
out of
honestly, at some point, I would like to see the Clippers win one, just for my dad. For God's sakes, just for my dad.
This is the year.
He's
This-
been
no,
tortured.
this isn't the year. This isn't the year. I mean,
You
It
might
ain't gonna happen
want to
this year.
have Bob Quintero talk to your dad about
How to
changing
switch a
candidates.
team.
Yeah,
Change a team.
don't,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
This
it's
is how you
okay,
do it.
know what I mean?
This is
Like,
how you
send you the
do it.
Google link.
Call
Yeah.
this guy.
let him know the type of stuff he's gonna have to deal with and how to overcome. You know what I'm saying? And let him know
Right.
that he's there for him. Be a sponsor.
Listen, Dad,
Yeah.
Renee's
So-
gonna bring fire at you all the time about
All the
changing
time.
teams,
Yeah.
but just go ahead and do it.
But my dad is like what
You're
my dad
not
does.
alone.
He does what Lou said. Like, if the Clippers are out, he'll root for the Lakers. He don't like hate the Lakers like the way we hate the Clippers.
Right.
Well, it is what it is.
Well, I
All
think
right.
the reason why we hate the Clippers so much is because they think that they're on the same level as the Lakers and they haven't done shit. That's my issue. That's my biggest issue with them. There's so many people like
That's all right. Let him think that.
Paper
no,
champions.
no, no. Like
man.
I
know
love
they
the
haven't
dude.
done it.
Mick and I used to listen to him when he was on the radio. Marcellus Wiley, that dude was a Lakers fan for the longest time, became
Yeah.
a Clippers fan,
Yeah.
and that
Did he?
dude tries to ride and die with them. And like the other night when we lost our last game, he was talking all kinds of shit on Twitter. Just
What
da
do you
da
mean?
da da. Where are you Laker fans at now? There's no room on this bandwagon. And all this
I
kind of
know.
shit. We're like,
Don't respect it.
I'm like,
I don't
no.
respect
And somebody
it.
and O'Shea, what is O'Shea Jackson? What is it? Junior? Yeah, he
Oh,
turns
so you
around.
talking about Ice Cube?
Yeah, Cube son though,
All right.
because him and Marcellus go at each other constantly on Twitter about Lakers Clippers. Anyways, he turned around and threw up a picture of Marcellus Wiley hanging with Magic Johnson on a Lakers court, like an outside court. It was just like, you used to be a Lakers fan, but
you gotta love it. You gotta
it's
love it.
good stuff, man.
All right, moving forward, the very last one that I'll ask you guys about, and once again, this is Laker related because this is a Laker podcast. No, I'm just kidding. So LeBron said I did the math on this. This was actually last year that he said this. He said this when they won the championship. He said if you line up LeBron at 35 years old against a 27-year-old championship winning LeBron, the 35-year-old version is going to dominate him. Y'all believe that at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not from what I've seen.
At all, right?
Yeah, no, I don't believe it.
His
No,
athleticism at 27 was ridiculous.
But he was
When you're in your
he wasn't
prime.
hurt.
That's when you're in prime as a man, 27.
Is it?
You've already got all
I don't
your
know. I think
feel
I think
pretty
you're like
well from
30,
there.
31. 30, 31 in the league.
Not in
Like,
sports.
you're
It's like
prime time.
Yeah,
I
don't
think
know.
I was done at like 23.
Before you reached your prime.
That
Kinda
first
forgot
time you
this.
pulled a cramp that in your calf is when you were done, Mick.
That was it.
He said when the activator no longer activated anything, it was out.
Nah, I don't think. I think young LeBron be like for instance, 27-year-old LeBron could have put up 50 points these last two games if he
Man, 27-year-old LeBron would have carried us, bro.
right.
I think the only difference
That's
though
what
is
I'm
LeBron has become a way better shooter in his 30s than he was in.
Yeah, but we didn't need him to shoot this last few games.
No,
We
but
need
I'm
him to
just
go to
saying.
rain.
I'm just
I know,
saying.
I
like,
agree with you.
his
but I'm
range
saying,
has
like,
gotten so much better.
He can't carry us like
as a shooter.
27-year-old.
His body definitely isn't moving the way that his mind tells him. You know, the mental is still there.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then his
Oh, the IQ's there for all
yeah,
that. Yeah,
but you know,
Doesn't he
like
have that
Father Time.
cryoseptic
Like,
tank
what's
and
Mick's
shit?
favorite thing? Father
Probably.
Time doesn't lose.
The
Yeah,
IQ's
Father
there.
Time does not.
The hair
lose.
ain't there.
it depends on when his plug appointment is. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're jumping out of the second
He needs
quarter
to-
and
he-
onto the third quarter.
Kevin Durant needs to find the same plug man then.
Oh man,
So
we
does
sat
Trae
here.
Young.
Dude, every single time
Yeah.
AD comes to the free throw line, dude, he always puts his head down first. You're like, brother,
Kevin
keep your
Durant
head up.
stuff looked like
Keep
you
your
know,
head up.
people
Yeah, I'm gonna
have
talk about
psoriasis
Julio
on their
Jones.
head. You got
You gonna
head
talk about Julio
psoriasis.
Jones?
He got
Like-
head psoriasis.
That's what Kevin Durant's head looks like.
I'm talking about nobody's hair
That's
anymore,
right.
man. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not getting on it, bro. I
You
can wake
talking
up
about
tomorrow
Julio
and all of a
Jones real
sudden,
quick?
yeah.
You wanna
What's
talk
up?
about Julio
Oh no,
Jones?
no, no. We gonna get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that. All right, real quick. Third quarter, we jump into what men think.
Uh-oh.
Gosh, here it is.
Luda,
Here he
we're
is.
Second
starting.
round, right? Right.
Hey,
Second round, Robbie.
He's right in time too.
Right.
Second round,
go.
Robbie.
hey,
Yo.
hey,
Dude,
for
take
those
that
who-
condom off your head.
Welcome, Black Rob. Black Rob is just
Capping
into the
Black
building.
Rob off the gate.
Hey, there he is. ATL shouty. What it is.
Hey, I told him Ice Trey's gonna win it today.
Hey,
That's not
hey,
That's
gonna
right,
happen.
baby. That's right, baby.
That's
Let's
not
go.
gonna happen.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
let's go, baby.
Winning
We
today.
Welcome
flying.
back.
we
Welcome
fly.
back. Welcome back.
All right, Birdman. I see you out there.
You guys are gonna be
Hey.
dead flamingos.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
This dude just woke up. Look at him.
Right, though. You gonna
Feisty,
be all right,
I'm
though.
coming in hot.
Yeah.
Freewell's offspring. You know,
He's like, podcast starts at 10, right? Podcast starts at 10, right?
Oh,
Said
my God.
Freewell's
Yo.
offspring.
Hands are clean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Trader.
We need coach with the time
Oh.
clock, man.
Man, you are too much, boy. You are too much. All right, so jumping to third quarter. What men think? We just started, man. So you came in right at the right time because
Oh,
Luda.
yeah, these first ones.
This is your time to shine, fam. You wanted this on your so bad.
You know what? I was looking at that, and you guys, I don't know what the first one was. My question was the second one, but whatever. You know what? That'll lead into the second question. So if you want me to start off, let me know.
No,
So,
you
No,
don't.
Luda. The first one was me just poking fun at you for how
And that's
much you
okay.
really wanted to, put the
I gotta
second one on
figure.
there. You know,
I gotta figure.
I had to give you shit because you would not let up. So go on, Luda. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me about it. I'm not even going to introduce it. It's your time
Well,
to
you're
shine
not
for
gonna say
this
the
one.
question, huh?
No.
You want me to read the question for you, Luda? I'm more than
No,
willing.
well, whatever, man. So look, we were all we had a text thread, guys, out there in YouTube land, and we were talking about man stuff. So the question was brought up. What do you guys think about Harry?
phone.
Ass
I wasn't
pussy?
on this
You know?
thread. I missed
No,
this
it wasn't. It
thread.
wasn't on the text. This was on the phone.
Look,
This is on
this
the
is Brian.
meeting.
This is Brian trying to give his reclamation, so he's not illegally
Nope.
involved or
Nope.
whatever. But we were talking about what do guys think about Harry ass pussy, and I'm just
Guys?
saying it's not a favoritism thing of mine. It's more like a what if it comes up, because that shit don't come up. Like if I'm dating somebody, they're taking care of themselves, they're trimming and climming, and whatever, bikini waxing, because I like mine slippery slope.
How's it just gonna come up though?
Yeah, how's it just gonna
curious
come
about
up?
that one.
You go out, you're partying, you're fucking drinking, you talk to this chick that's looking pretty hot, she's looking pretty nice, wearing the jeans tight. You go back to the hotel, the room, whatever. They come off and then booyah, they sprout like a motherfucking bush.
Like a hippie,
And
huh?
I'm like, holy shit. So then what do you do? So on me,
You know,
and I'm
you-
gonna be
you have-
honest. I'm gonna be honest. It depends on how bad she's got me. If I'm bad enough to be like, well, fuck it, I'll deal with it. I'm gonna have fucking marks or whatever. I'm gonna have a comb. I'm gonna comb that shit to the side. But if I'm not with it, I'm out. I'll be like,
Hey,
bitch,
if you're at a
hell
hotel
no.
though, you could just go to like the front desk and get a razor.
I'm not gonna waste all that time, Renee. Come on, man. By the time
But
I
you
get
just
your
wasted
own
time. Hold on, Luda. You
Put
just
your own little
wasted
design
time
in that shit.
in the bar or the club to get
How
them back
bad
to
do
the
you want
ring.
it?
And money.
I was at
How
the
bad
bar
do you
trying to
want
get
it?
fucked up, having fun, whatever. So I wasn't wasting time. The time
Sucking on
wasted
toes.
was like fucking going to the room. If I'm
Dude.
going back downstairs to hit up for a fucking, let me get a fucking clipper. Nah, dude, I ain't going back up to the fucking be a
Luda,
barber, homie.
so I
This ain't
gotta
barber
ask, bro.
shop.
I gotta ask, man, because I didn't seen you in a club with a random rubbing on feet, low key probably sucking on them feet, and you ain't never met this woman before in your life. But you gonna tell me a little extra hair is gonna turn
Well,
you
let me
off?
let me tell you, man.
Only if they're on
these-
their toes. Only if it's
These
on their toes.
no, these ladies were out of towners. We're in Vegas. We're just trying to be hospitable, and they're tired in the club. You have some chick from Alabama. I like them cornbread women. So we were at the corner of the club, and she was a little tired. So I just figured, okay, let me be a gentleman, like, and give her a little massage washy. So I just rubbed her toes with her friends in
Massage-washy.
with her friends in the
Massage-washy.
background taking picture, Instagramming that stupid shit. So I'm probably on somebody's Instagram post in Alabama.
Oh man,
Fucking. Oh, remember this guy?
Uh,
He was such a gentleman.
New segment,
that-
Club Etiquette by Luda.
Right.
It's this podcast.
You gotta
Oh,
start
man.
the conversation off. Just roll up on them and be like, "What's up with the wolf?"
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
So,
Yo.
yeah.
No,
that's
it's
what
more
happened.
like you got double wig. Wig up
Oh
top,
man.
double wig.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's already.
Hilo look
Yeah.
like.
Oh man.
No, just ask him, am I gonna have to work?
Am I gonna have to work?
Yeah.
There's some ambiguity in that statement.
Oh man, there's so much. Okay, well, there it is.
There's that one.
I don't think the
What's
rest of us
next?
even need to touch this one. So let's just keep pushing. All right. So, fellas, what word or I was like, how do I even go? How do I even transition?
How do you transition? How do you
Like,
transition?
I feel like that should have been enough for what me think this week.
Whatever.
Could be.
like- it probably could, it should be, but you know,
Either way, you know what? I'm a Luda. I prefer no hair. I'm not
Thank
a hair
you.
pussy guy. So just
Thank
FYI.
you.
Oh,
We
man.
love Renee. We
There
love
is- if
Renee.
there's
You-
too much hair, I'm out, dog. I'm a grown man, but if there's too much, like, yo, shit tripping. I'm pull my pants up. I'm out.
Okay, but let me ask you this, Renee, to the subject, because how bad does it happen? How bad do you have to be to go through with it? Or you definitely just out?
It gotta be like, it can't be no more than like a 2. I'm a haircut clipper, you know what I mean? Like, you start getting too far. Unless you have like a design, like you might have the little triangle or the landing strip. All right, maybe you got a little something working there, but you can't become crazy.
Right.
Can't
But
be
if
as
it-
long as
but
my
if it-
beard. This ain't
Right,
even a long
right.
beard.
That's what I'm saying. Because if
So,
you have to
so,
like
so
kind of
you're
like
saying
dig through.
nothing like Rob or
Hell no.
or Rick's beard.
Hell no.
Hilarious.
No,
That's the
No.
case. I think you're a hippie. You ain't even just out there just poof.
not Robert Rick Spirit. You need a machete to go through
Give
that
me
shit.
that weed
Wow.
whacker, dog.
Is
Man.
it really that serious though? It's like,
It-
No,
it
it's
ain't.
not. No, Rob.
It ain't.
I'm with Rob.
Like,
No, it's not that serious.
yeah, you know what I'm
You're a
saying?
grown
You
man.
No,
You're a grown
it's-
man. You're gonna bury it anyway.
Yeah, exactly. No, you
I'm a
want
grown
your
man. I know what I like.
Whopper. You want your Whopper
you ain't
in
a
a Big
grown
Mac
man.
box. You want it in a wrapper. It don't matter, dog. I'm eating the Whopper.
I'm eating
Trying to
the
eat.
water.
Let's go.
That's you, dog. I'm just saying. I'm a grown man. I like what I
Let's
like.
get
Is it clean? You know what I'm
I
saying?
like
Does
what
it-
I like. And at
Hey,
Burger King,
man.
I get it my way anyway. So what?
Yeah.
I'm worried more about, do I smell it on the outside? You know what I'm saying? When we pull up to the
Exactly.
cars.
I feel like it ain't gonna
Whoa.
smell right if
You
it
know
got
what
a
I'm
big
saying?
ass
Is the
puss.
aroma different? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's a
different.
different.
Feel like
question
curl
right
activated
there.
That's yeah, that's
Exactly.
that's a completely different question.
You might catch some discharge in that hair and that
No,
bush.
man.
Oh, come on,
That's that.
man.
Come on,
Oh,
take
fourth
it.
quarter. We're in the fourth quarter already. Let's
Nasty.
go.
So moving on.
Nasty.
Final
All right.
word time.
All right, man. So let's keep pushing. We just gonna stay sort of in the realm of
my
dealing with
gosh.
women and different things, fellas. What word or phrases can you not say to your significant other without setting her off? I put in this one, calm down. I don't think calm down is a thing that you can
You can't
use.
say that. You can't say
Ever.
relax.
Yeah.
You can't say bitch.
Level. He said, calm down, relax,
Nope.
bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You can't pull out your dick and say sick 'em.
No.
You can do that. You can do that.
I feel like you tried that one. Oh man, can y'all really? Honestly, is there anything that you can say?
Not much.
Probably
You
not.
gotta
Just,
Like,
just
you
wait till you get in the
You
car.
gotta talk to your girl like you talk to your mom.
It depends on her
That
day.
kind
You
of
know what I'm
respect.
saying? Like one day it might work, next day she'd be like,
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. You gotta
Heard that,
check
you
the
know.
temperature.
That could be like
Any day.
just a few hours apart.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are
I-
facts.
they got shit that goes through that through here sometimes, and you're like, I never once said anything like that, but okay, where's this coming from?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude, my girl will wake up pissed at me because I did something in her dream.
In her
I'm
dream.
like,
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
I cannot
Exactly.
control that.
Yeah.
No
I've had that
explaining any of
happen
it.
many times.
Yeah, man.
They're mad at you
Um,
the whole fucking day for a fucking dream. You know?
All right. So speaking of that, fellas, being when your girl is mad at you, what are some words or things that are triggers that let y'all know? Okay, you know what? I done stepped in this. I'm gonna just go ahead and go out for a bit. I'm gonna
We
hit the
need to
store
talk.
for anything. Yeah, we need to talk. Okay.
Wait till I get home.
Nah, my girl just stays quiet. So I already
I
know
need
she
to ask you something.
Stylist.
Oh, yeah.
I need to ask
Yeah,
you something.
yeah.
Have you seen this?
Right. They sitting on the phone in the corner. You like, what's
Yeah.
up? Nothing. You know, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
something
Be like,
happened.
what I do now? You know what I mean?
Hey, so let me ask y'all: when you ask your woman like, "What's up?" with something, you know, she's got something on her mind, but she ain't really saying it. She being passive. Do y'all just get in there? Y'all like, let's just go ahead and attack this, or do you bail?
No,
Nope. Spell it out. Spell it out.
Ignore.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I try to attack it, but she don't budge. So I was like, all right.
No,
Just get
I
it
ignore
over
it. It'll just go away.
I just say what's
Nah,
wrong.
see, it don't just go away,
Up on your
bro.
mind?
Like
It doesn't. I have to be mentally ready.
4 days later, she'll just bow, blow up on you. You'll be like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, I'd
Yeah.
be like, I asked you 4 days ago, bitch. You
Yeah,
didn't
she'll
say
be like,
shit.
this is bugging me.
And this is why Luda is single.
The single guy in the crew right there.
Because I don't look. You guys are married. You guys are happy. Good for you. You guys want to deal with that bullshit right now. I'm not. I will eventually. and you know, me and Rick Rob, we'll get to
Hey.
it when we get to it. You
Get
know.
to it when we get to it, fam.
You just
Yeah,
this is
but
just your
I-
girlfriend.
No, and I get it. If it's my girlfriend, yeah, you're gonna deal with it. You know, but unfortunately, I don't want to deal with it right now. So
Fair enough.
I'm in that same boat, man.
And if
I
I'm
don't deal
seeing
with none of
somebody and I ask her, like, "Hey, how you doing? What's wrong?"
You
Nothing.
don't want to deal with
Whatever.
that, but you deal with hairy pussy. All right.
it.
Because I'm about to get some, bitch. What do you think? Of course I'm gonna deal with it.
Damn.
No, but I ain't gonna deal with something that I'm getting every day, and I'm like tired of it. So I'm gonna be like, bitch. All right,
He said that he's tired of it.
we'll
He's
talk
like,
about
I'm
it.
not gonna
We'll-
deal with
we'll-
it every day when I'm getting it.
Yeah,
Well,
Dr.
and-
Luda, I hope
and
you're
you-
not
and
going to
you-
meet
you know-
chick
you
and
know-
telling me on a podcast.
Then
Right
I'm
now,
on
these
the
shit is gonna be
motherfucking
like, damn.
Yeah,
Relationships.
Yeah.
by Luda.
whatever. And,
Intense
and wait,
podcast.
and let me just point this out. You know,
Relationships.
we're supposed to be friends and everything. And Brian, thanks for always repeating what the fuck I said when other people don't catch it.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Yes. Yes.
Moving
Oh,
on,
man.
moving on.
Moving
Got a little
on.
echo there. Luda.
Oh, that's funny. All right. So let me see here. What's something that you would not buy the cheap version of?
Sneakers.
Watches.
Laser eye surgery.
There's a cheap version.
Yeah.
What's the cheap version? Does it go down to
Any
Mexico and get
surgery.
it handled?
Tijuana?
Any surgery.
Yeah, I'm about to say
One
go to
eye at a
TJ and
time.
get it handled. One eye at a time.
These are
He said,
eye
"Let me
surgeries,
how
dog.
much for one eye?"
I just want to do one and come back. You can put it on layaway. That's how you know you don't want
I
to go
want
that
that 2019 vision, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
right?
Can't expect that 2020.
Even
He
that
said, I
20
don't need to see 2020. He said 2019 is good enough.
2019 would be considered better than 2020, but that's all right.
Oh, whatever, however that works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say this: any surgeries for your ladies. I'll just
like
leave it
titties
at
and
that.
shit?
Don't
Yeah.
go cheap.
Hey man,
Don't
that's
go
for
cheap.
real.
A
That'll
mattress. How about
that'll
that?
cost
A
you
good
more in the
mattress.
a good mattress.
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
There's
Yeah.
nothing worse than having a fucked up back.
That's true.
TV.
I agree
Don't go
with
cheap.
that.
This was a saying
Yeah.
that I heard someone say long ago, and it kind of rings true to exactly what you just brought up, Rick. 3 things you don't want to go cheap on because you're going to have them your whole life.
Yeah.
A good mattress because you're
Yeah.
back, a good car to get you from point A to point B, a good
Yeah.
pair of shoes because you're always on your feet your whole life.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
Aren't-
no
facts.
cheap sneakers.
Aren't you supposed to change mattresses every 10 years?
Yeah.
Don't go cheap though.
I'm going on 7 of mine, so it's about
He
that
already
time.
need a new one. He already broke it
Yeah.
in. With all them girls' backs he broke.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Whoa,
Hey.
whoa.
Credit, dog.
Time out. Time out.
Hey, they be listening, dog.
Man.
Just
I
damn, we
don't
got
even
some
know what
doors.
you do in Arizona.
I don't
Throw
do
her,
nothing.
throw her under the busters up in this motherfucking podcast. You know?
Well, with that being said, fellas, I was asked this the other day, and somebody had a very interesting take on this. If a woman goes over to a man's house at 2 a.m., what do y'all think she's coming for?
Come
To
on.
suck a dick.
Damn.
Something
She's
to that
gonna-
effect.
Yeah, she's coming over for a motherfucking booty call. That's what it is. She ain't coming over to talk.
I think you can
Bring
say
you
booty
fucking
call instead of,
Dunkin'
suck a
Donuts.
dick.
You
She
know,
might not be coming to
whatever.
suck a dick.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day that that means nothing. Women go over to women's houses all the time. If they go over to a man's house, it could be extremely platonic, and it's nothing.
Yeah,
And
right.
I felt that
What,
was
at 2 in the morning?
2 in the morning after the club.
Yeah.
Yes, she didn't want to drive home.
Okay. That's a different. I thought you were like she just drove. She came to the house. If it's after a club, I mean,
Well, this is why I said specifically 2 a.m. because that's after the club hours. And
Motherfuckers
most
ain't
places-
reading what's on the topic.
are they
list.
friend? Is she and the guy friends or no? Are they just met?
It's just a fucking girl, sir. A girl's coming
Look.
over to your house at 2 a.m.
Right.
What the fuck
I
is
was
she
trying
coming
to.
over
I
for?
was trying to
It
add some
don't-
context to it,
Bruh.
but I still agree with what everybody else said.
It
And
don't
what
matter.
did
dog.
everyone
If
else
she-
say,
Rob.
Jamal, that you agree with?
It don't matter what time it is. She come to the house. She come to the house.
That's
for
what
a reason,
everybody
you know
else
what I'm saying?
said.
I ain't even got no clock to the house. You here? You know what time it is.
I didn't want to drive home. You don't want to drive
And-
home, then catch your ass a fucking Uber. Fuck outta here.
I mean,
Yeah, and if you're coming over to talk, bitch, you're getting kicked out.
Yeah,
You know?
fucking
Good.
I'm tired.
Just stay
I'm
out
not-
by the
When
front
your
door.
album coming
Yeah.
out, dog?
It's your hair, right? He said
hard
that's
work.
what-
When your album
Wait,
coming out, dog.
waking my ass up at 2 in the
Oh
morning
my
to fucking
God.
come talk. Fuck you.
All right. Hey,
Hey,
so,
man, I'm
so-
about to go watch the Trey show, man. It's time. I got to check out, gentlemen.
oh, for real like that?
Came in for
Man,
5 minutes
wow.
and
You
now you're
get
out.
it.
He's out.
Right
Wow.
here.
Like-
Look at Rob.
It's right
I like
here.
it.
Second
He
round,
busted-
Robbie.
He
There
busted
he
an AD.
goes.
He busted an AD.
Outrageous. All right,
5
yo.
minutes.
Moving forward. So let me ask y'all
Deuces.
this question. We know women have their toys.
Poof.
Let's
it's
say-
gone.
Let's say you jump into let's say you're cleaning up, or maybe you're just looking for something and you find your significant other's, toy of the sexual variety, and that shit is bigger than yours. How y'all feeling?
Well,
Rob
don't
didn't
really
want to. He didn't want to answer that question.
Yeah, he was like,
it happened to him. Well, first of all, I'd be, I don't know. I guess if you're
Nah.
gonna buy, like, if you're gonna
I'm
buy
punting it.
something,
It's getting punted.
It's getting punted.
It's getting punted. She'd be like,
Why
"Where
is
is
it?
it?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." And
Why
then we
is
have
it?
to talk about
Is it because it sets unrealistic expectations? What happens?
Yeah, reestablish your kingdom.
What was the question? What was the question?
If you find your woman's toy, brother, and it's bigger than you, how you feeling?
no,
Look.
is it? Well, yeah. I mean, you're not feeling too good about it,
Not too
you
good.
know? No,
It's gonna make you feel like she lied to you all them times when she was like, "You hitting it deep."
That's for sure gonna make you feel that way.
definitely. It's gonna
Like,
make
yo,
me
you
feel.
in there it's so deep, and it's like, but the toy
I'm-
got 4
I'm-
extra on you.
I'm like,
Dude.
yeah, bitch.
And
you
the
got a
flip side of
fucking
that-
triple extra.
Can you order a Jenna Jameson?
Man.
Pocket
You
pussy.
know what I mean?
So y'all know what it is when it comes to that double standard. Because y'all know if
Right.
y'all order a fleshlight or any of them other little toys that y'all have out, y'all know
A wrap.
a doll.
Well-
You know what I'm saying? A little plastic
well-
joint.
all your girl ever wants for you is Pamela. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no lubrication, bro. Don't use their good lotion. You know what I'm saying?
Dirt.
Well, I figure if a chick's gonna
She's
go
smelling,
and
she's
buy
smelling
one,
Bath and Body
she's gonna
Works,
buy
but
a big one.
your elbows are ashy. She ain't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you know this. You know the double standards. But the girls, they got everything. They got the lipstick. They got the panties. You know
The
what I'm
rabbit.
saying?
You got the
They got-
rabbit.
They got the rabbit, the dolphin, the orangutan. They got all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And they got the Shamu.
Yeah, they do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but guess what? We supposed to find that endearing. You know what I'm saying? Let her come through and see a little gelatin cheek. You know what I'm saying? One hold a little crusty in it up. It's a wrap, man. You know what, ladies? Hey, if y'all listening, I just want to know for real. If y'all pull up to your man's house and he's got one of them out,
What's happening?
Or you
I'm
find
gonna
one
ask-
of those.
I'm gonna ask if I can
You
get one
find
today.
one of
Let me
those.
see what I'll let you know. I'm gonna ask if I can get one today.
hey, send us the one that you sent her. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, I'm thinking about getting this one. What you think?
Can you,
I'll send you the screenshot of all the emoji mad faces.
oh, you're gonna send it by text. You're not gonna tell her first.
I need to
Doesn't wanna
be
get his
at
throat
least arm's
slit.
length away.
Oh
Yeah,
my
good job, sir.
That's funny.
Good job.
That is hilarious. All right, last one. Actually, let's do these last two and we're wrapping up. All right. So these two I'm trying to remain to be staples, man. I need to know what are you guys listening to this week musically? Anything new, old?
Mm.
Oh, I don't have it planned out.
You don't have it played out?
No.
What do you mean? Have you not listened to music? Man, I swear, am I the only one
Well,
that listens to it daily?
You know what? I'll be honest with you. For
Yeah.
some reason, I've been listening to Live Crew lately.
Two
you
Live
know?
Crew?
Yeah.
No, not you, Luda. Not you.
Luda's at his house was pouring on mute. Ain't nothing but a Gucci mama. He's like, yo, it just adds to the ambiance. No big deal. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. All right.
You asked.
Well,
I'm
for
trying
those who want to know, I'm listening to WizKid this week. This week, I'm back on my WizKid vibe, Made in Lagos. So that's the dope ass little album, little reggaeton, or not reggaeton, but reggae vibe. Yeah. So Luda, throw that on. You might, you love the sisters. They love WizKid. Just so you know.
We'll
That'll
see.
put you. Yeah, that'll put you in. All right. What about a movie or show? I know you guys been watching shows this week.
Oh, you
Oh,
motherfuckers
yeah.
need to see Spyro, man.
So
if
we
you're a
talked
Saw
about
fan,
Mare already.
Hold on.
Mayor.
Luda, go back to what you were saying. I'm sorry, Mick. But give me two.
I
Spiral.
apologize. Yeah, if you guys are fans of Saw, the movie Saw,
Oh, that's the one with Chris Rock.
yeah, it was
Yeah, that's
Chrissy
what I
Rock.
mentioned last week. I mentioned it last week.
You motherfuckers need to see it.
So it's good.
It's all right.
We got the cosign. Yeah.
He said it's all
I
right.
told you
all
I
right.
left
Yeah,
Saw
exactly.
after 4.
It's
I
good, it's
told you
all right.
already.
I'm saying, how many saws can you get through? Mick, what were you saying?
I was gonna
Nero?
say we talked about Mayor of Easttown already. That was a good show, in my opinion.
What
Startup.
is that on again?
That's on HBO.
It's
Max.
HBO.
Okay. All right.
That's for the rich
Startup
folks. That's
was
rich
good
folks
if you want to learn about cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And how to launch that. That was good to me. I watched a show called Mine Hunters.
Mhm.
It's about in the 70s how the FBI went to all like the serial killers and talked to them to try to like build a profile of what a serial killer is going to be. That was pretty good.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
What's
Yeah,
the
that was
crypto one you were talking? What's that called?
Startup.
Oh,
It's a good show though. Check it
It's
out.
really good.
I haven't finished it. I'm in like the
What's the Mayor of Easton?
Oh,
Thing.
about a
so it's-
detective about a
yeah,
murder.
she's a detective. It's kind of like, remember True Detective? It's kind of like that. Set in
Oh, okay. So it is
Pennsylvania.
like that.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good show.
you know what? It's almost exactly like, which I almost thought they bit from it. Remember that one, The Missing?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Almost
Yeah,
the same exact show.
it was similar.
Yeah.
True
but,
Detective was awesome.
HBO
was good.
HBO also had a 2-part like documentary. They were like 2 hours each, so they weren't too bad. You might have to do on demand now, called Crime of the Century. It was all about the opioid crisis and how it all played out. Wow, man, just crazy stuff. Like what doctors, how the whole game worked with the cells, people selling it and trying to up the dosage so you made more money, and just pretty interesting.
I watched The Conjuring, the newest
Hey,
one.
that's what I was gonna say.
I
Renee, how'd you like that
I
one?
saw it too.
It was all right. Like the first 10 minutes is kind of, it might bring you a little chill down your back.
Yo,
But
creepy, right?
yeah, but then
Which-
after that, it's kind of more like a thriller than it is like horror.
I feel like the first 10 minutes were the best part of like the action
that
part.
little
You know what
boy
I
was
mean?
tripping. He was
I
like,
mean, but if you're
yo.
into it, it's a good movie. I saw that one too, sir.
I thought this one was one of the better ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this.
Really?
This one hasn't fallen off yet for me. Conjuring was one of the first ones that, like, in this era of horror movies, was
Gotcha.
like, yo, oh snap,
Gotcha.
you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Right.
The
nah,
first 10 minutes, I was like, good Lord. Do I
was
want to
like,
watch this? Do I want to watch this?
yeah.
I'm watching
You're
this
like,
movie
what?
that's on right now about this ex-Vietnam vet that goes ham on a fucking Oregon police department called First
Rambo.
Blood.
First Blood, oh, yeah.
Rambo.
He's
Hell
fucking
yeah.
these fools up.
This fool said Rambo. You know
Dude,
what?
I was all like, what is it? Like, I can't wait.
Right. He had,
Dude said Rambo.
yeah, he had me. Rambo. Yeah. All right, no,
That's got to be one of my favorite
Nice.
movies all time, dude. Fucking
It's
First
one of the
Blood.
best.
I watched Predator the other day too.
I've never seen
Is that First Blood?
You've never
Or no?
seen First
Yeah,
Blood?
that's
First
First
Blood.
Blood.
That's First Blood, right?
Oh,
You need to see First
man.
Blood.
Nah,
That's
hey,
the beginning.
Blood is dope.
there's some blasphemous misses on my list. I'll be honest
Yeah,
with
you need
y'all.
to see that one.
I have not seen all the
First
Rockies. I
Predator.
have not seen any of the Rambos.
Predator.
I
Oh.
have not seen the first Predator.
You have not seen Get to the Chopper.
I have
Yeah.
seen it. Was that Predator?
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first Predator.
Yeah.
Well, Get to
Yeah.
the Chopper?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get to the
Yeah.
Chopper.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I just seen that part. Yeah, there's a lot of misses. I'm trying to think of all the Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. There's a gang
You
of
seen
misses.
Terminator?
I seen
First one?
T1, T2, T3,
All right.
Attack of the Clones, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're an American if you haven't
But
seen Terminator.
Yeah, man.
Saying.
Hey, man.
It's like
Let me just
Rambo.
tell you, I grew up on old school pimp movies. You know what I'm saying? So Goldie was my
then I know I'm gonna get
Dolomite.
you suckers on your list.
Yeah, I'm
You
gonna
know?
get you, sucker. That's the stuff that my dad had me watching. You know what I mean? Everybody else was watching Rambo and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
I was watching pimping. You know what I'm saying? Pimping. So yeah,
that
so,
easy, pimping.
yeah. All right, yo, let's keep it going though. Lots of stuff to talk about. So we jump into the fourth quarter. We got a bunch of stuff in here. I'm sure we're not gonna touch on everything. But he said, I hope not. But yeah, let's jump in. So J. Cole, he officially retired from professional basketball. The African Basketball League actually is actually yeah. But a couple of players, one specifically, and I don't have his name. He said J. Cole playing was disrespectful. He was like, yo, for a guy who has so much money and another career to just come here and average like 1 point a game and still get glorified is very disrespectful to the game. Y'all agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I think he was like, there should have been a big thing about him, just like Tim Tebow, getting this shot for no reason.
I don't agree with it.
You don't agree with it?
No, like
hoop dreams.
Now we're back. So we're back to restricting what people can do. This is supposed to be where anybody can do anything that they want, and now we're.
Well, I'm not saying restricted, but I said there should have been a big deal. Like they're making.
But why is it disrespectful? He wanted to go out there. They gave him a tryout.
Because there's people way better than him. That's why.
But that's not his fault. That's not his fault that they picked
what they're
him.
Saying.
Yeah.
So it's not his fault that he didn't deserve the spot, but he should never got a spot because he didn't deserve it. He's not good.
So where you're not pointing it at J. Cole, you're pointing it at the organization.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, I can. That's if you
can point it towards the African basketball.
Yeah, I can't be mad at J. Cole for taking his opportunity.
I thought you were saying people are mad at J. Cole for doing that.
But
do you think because he was J. Cole, they probably said let's bring him
I think
players
were more upset with it.
Yeah.
Like the players of that league are saying, dude shouldn't have even been out.
You think it's because he's J. Cole?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Rapper or whatever the fuck.
I honestly
think
I think it was publicity for the league. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, it was just
he's got a name
for the league.
He's got a name. So
no, he does. That's what I'm saying. Hype for the league.
Yeah,
hype for the league.
I think fair.
And interesting enough, there is another rapper that is actually playing for another league. I want to say, dang it, man, I just saw it and I really wish I'd have made a note of it, but it was obviously not the African Basketball League, as that league is done for right now. Their season is done. It was, damn it, I want to say it was like a European league or something.
The rapper?
Man, he's a young boy too. Shit. Man, I gotta look it up. I'll find it before we're done.
You're the rapper.
Yeah, there's another one that's doing that same thing. So I kind of get it, but
look, you got all these rappers want to be basketball stars, and you got basketball stars trying to be fucking rappers.
But who's to say that they can't do it? You know what I'm saying? So
well, apparently they could. Apparently he couldn't.
Basketball players can be rappers.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, look,
want to be rappers.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Well, wait. You know how hard it is to be an NBA player versus to be a rapper. Which one's harder?
NBA player, for sure.
NBA player.
Right. So it's so much harder to go from being rapper to NBA player than it is from being NBA player to rapper.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, the cultures, they cross, and the fact that each one wants to be involved in the other, that doesn't shock me at the end of the day.
It's the difference in pussy. Rappers want to get NBA pussy. NBA players want to get rapping pussy.
You know what? This is the first time shit like this has happened either, because you see all these actors that all of a sudden they got a fucking band, or all these fucking people that are in music, they want to be in fucking movies now and shit.
Yeah.
This is something that's happened for a long time.
It is.
Eso pasa.
Ice Cube is in fucking movies now. How he's been in movies forever now. He started.
He's been forever though.
Fucking Johnny Depp has a fucking band. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, Ice Cube does well in movies. Johnny Depp's band probably doesn't do well.
Okay, well, how about the other dude, Jared Leto?
Indie market.
He started out, or not started out, but he had a pretty successful band. I forget what the fuck their name was. I didn't listen to them, but they were pretty popular.
Well, whatever. They're trying it.
Yeah, we'll see.
That's the point.
All right, let's keep it pushing.
I know musicians prefer the movie industry because it's better pay. That's what they've all said. Like you sign up for a movie, you're signing a contract for a certain amount of money, right? Your album, it's all based on record sales and shit.
Record sales, streams.
But they all their money through concerts.
but they still
Yeah,
make bank.
they get most of their money touring for sure. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So after a while, I mean, as you get older, you don't want to tour as much, right? A little older,
Correct.
like, I'm not trying to be on that.
That's-
So I've noticed that I've heard that artists like, oh, I signed it for this movie. I'm gonna get paid 10 mil for it.
Yeah.
Where like your album, you might not get 10 mil.
Yeah, they got to earn some sort of residuals, right? Like when
Right.
you see movies that constantly play on USA or BET,
Yep.
you know,
But-
you got to earn
But
something.
why,
yeah.
why do you why do you think they're getting that opportunity for the movie? Because they were in the band, so they shouldn't
yeah.
necessarily just quit the band right after their first movie. Because the
No, I don't
reason
think
you
most
got
of them
that,
do.
you
I'm
know.
just saying I've noticed
Right.
that they
And you're right,
transition.
and you're absolutely right. I mean, but the smart thing to do is keep playing and keep building up, and as you get as a better actor, I mean, it'll happen.
I
Look,
mean, LL Cool J, a lot of them have just like
yeah,
stopped
all
rapping.
those fools.
All right, moving forward. Bill Belichick, man, talk about the Patriots way. He makes his top draft picks earn their
Hey, but-
number, and they
hey,
wear
hold
number
on,
50
hold on.
until they do it. What's up?
Oh, hold on, we have some comments already on,
Oh, let me talk to me.
on
What's up?
YouTube.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's from the gentleman who left the show already. He goes, I got them brains. You got the look. Let's make lots of money. We up 3. Embiid fouled out already. He's stupid. He's stupid.
He's stupid. He is
Dumb.
stupid.
Oh, God.
All right. So what do you guys think about Bill Belichick making people wear number 50 until they earn their number?
Stupid.
Yeah,
Dump it.
I mean, that's
I don't care.
You don't
Yeah.
like it?
I don't care.
I'm gonna
Oh,
dump
man.
too.
I
I'm
mean,
bumping. I can't
I-
argue with his success.
Right.
I could after
Yeah.
this last season.
Did he do that to Brady?
Oh.
Did he do that to other players?
Renee, you
No.
can argue anything.
I know that that the graphic I saw showed the last 6 years worth the draft picks doing it, including this year's. I don't know previous to that. I
I
don't
mean,
know that.
I could care less one way or the other. Who cares?
Yeah, fuck
Uh,
Belichick.
I think it's a good thing.
That's not
man.
that's not the number that the guy's going to be wearing.
No,
right?
but he's got to earn his number. I like that. I thought it was really cool. Okay, you guys.
Well, that's
don't
fine.
care.
I mean, they've done that
Well,
for a long time.
just
Like
saying, a lot of
most-
people come into the league very anointed already.
Well,
right,
right,
especially
but-
high draft
but-
picks.
But a lot of teams turn around, like when you watch them when they first get out
Are
on
you
the
gonna
field,
tell me
they
Bill
don't have
Belichick-
their full helmet set
Yeah.
up right. It's
Yeah.
just like you got to
gotta
earn the
earn it.
star. You got to
Let's just
earn
say
this, you
Bill
gotta-
Belichick had the number 1 pick and got drafted Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
I was like, you're gonna wear number 50.
Yeah,
And Trevor Lawrence tells him, fuck off, I'm not gonna wear 50. What is Bill Belichick gonna do?
it's a
Not
wrap.
Not a
sign his
damn
number
thing.
1 draft pick? And
Not
trade
a
him?
damn thing.
That's a
Get
wrap.
outta
Not a
here.
damn thing.
Stupid.
Well, to Bill Belichick's
Trevor Lawrence would never do that.
exactly, like he's not going to draft guys
He
that,
ain't
that
gonna
are going to even be in that. Yeah, he doesn't deal with that. And if he's gotten guys in the past that people would say have attitude issues, and what happens when they come out there? They straighten the fuck up. So I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? He
Anyway.
actually might do that. I could see him actually doing that. He fucking benched what's his name for the whole Super Bowl.
They'll straighten up for a season.
Cornerback.
Ask Randy Moss.
Yeah.
Well,
Booyah.
All right.
Booyah.
All right, moving forward. Next one. We got to talk about the Pauls every week. Why not? Jake Paul has booked to fight Tyron Woodley on August 28th. We here for this?
Yes.
No.
Woodley, do not lose. Do not lose Woodley. Do
Right?
not
Wood-
get knocked
Wood-
out.
Woodley better win. He needs to
Yeah.
win.
He got way more to lose than anyone.
How
Well,
about
does he,
an
though?
entire
But,
2021?
yes, he
Just
does.
does
the
he? Because
Paul's
he's
trending.
done with the UFC, so his contract's done.
Yeah, but he can go
So-
fight Bellator or somewhere else. I mean,
Yeah, he can go
gets
Yeah,
fight
knocked
but
out.
but he's doing this because basically, like he's saying, I'm gonna make more money off this one fight than I ever did in the UFC, even
And
when
he
I
can
was
just
champion.
retire.
But
But
I
still,
think
you're like a
his
former
credibility as a
UFC
fighter
champion of the
is going to
world.
take a hit. Is going to
yeah, exactly.
Sure. Well, you can say the same thing today.
Yeah,
If,
right.
if Mayweather gets knocked
Right.
out, what's that look like for
Oh,
for
man.
money?
Mayweather better not get knocked out, bro.
I hope he does. I'm hoping for Mayweather to get knocked out.
You know, for-
That'd be great. That'd be fucking great.
I'm hoping for it.
I don't know,
How
man.
many rounds?
I wish
did
they'd
tonight's
both
fight?
knock each other out. The double shot whammy, they both fall down and it's over.
Mayweather, yeah. All right.
Speaking of knocking out, I heard a story about UP landing
Uh-oh.
just a hard overhand right,
Oh,
Ooh.
top of the dude.
on the soccer
One
field.
shot hitter quitter. I heard it.
On the indoor
Oh.
soccer field.
Oh, the indoor?
I heard about it.
look
What
at
happened?
it.
He
What
put
happened?
the
You
paw,
killed.
put one paw on somebody.
He
Yeah,
disappeared.
you know.
He
Yeah.
disappeared.
I
went to sleep.
don't tell my own legend, so I'll let whoever told you build it for me.
I do it to sleep. I'm gonna jump behind P when it jumps off. I'm right behind you, P.
10 feet behind you, he's gonna be.
I'll be ready to call if anybody needs the
That was a
ambulance.
good night. That was the
That's
fun
funny.
night.
Good stuff. Sorry, I've just remembered that. I had to say.
Nah, it's good. It's good.
That's
It's
the
good. All right. A couple things in the NBA. Jazz owner Tom Ja Morant before their series was over.
That'd be Renee.
5 tickets for the playoff game. Yes, it was. Did y'all like that move? Did y'all think that was a classy move?
It was a classy
okay.
move, but they can get their own tickets anyways. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
get
think-
tickets to
and-
any stadium he wants. What's the matter?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Well,
So would
probably
you
the
rather?
quality of where those tickets are, though? He
I think
probably
they were-
comped
I
them
think
good
they're right.
tickets.
They're
What
right.
I'm
in the
telling
front.
you is John Moran could get his family tickets at any seat he wants them to sit at.
So flip
Any
side.
But he have to,
in
but he
any
has to pay
stadium.
for them. He'd have to pay for them.
No, it's probably not. That's what my whole point. He probably still wouldn't have to.
So flip side of that, okay, Utah Jazz
No.
owner sees their fans mistreating, the opposing player's family, in
Yeah.
it was a very
Horrific
out there.
manner.
Well, yeah, it was horrific, but I'm saying like there was a lot of press on it, right? And they do nothing. You'd rather them do that than at least
Okay,
offer
Well, let me ask this. I mean, how far can they go with the fans? I mean, do they need to arrest these people all the time? I mean, what
well,
the
I mean, I
fans
think
are saying?
fans should always have respect, and that's
I mean, I think the
it-
fact
it-
that they just came out and like supported him and said like, they were sorry the way their fans acted. I think that was more than enough. You had to go give them
Right.
tickets. to Fucking
they
Utah.
come see their son play. Man, please, that shit.
But it's a good gesture. It's so
Okay.
don't get me wrong. But
he
I mean,
topped
doesn't
him
mean-
the hotel and the fucking flight and
he
everything else.
it just said tickets.
I don't know, man. It's
Yeah,
just
that'll be a better
Yeah.
gesture.
oh, you want to
You
go
know?
all in. He's like one of those and
I'm just saying, like, hey, I'm gonna give you.
We're gonna give you
tickets.
this. And
and yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna give me tickets, that's great. My son can give me tickets. We'll be doing.
Damn.
well,
You
his son
don't
could
care
have
about
bought him
Sam
at,
Yasser?
Give
could
all
have
that
bought him
other
flights in a
stuff too,
hotel.
right?
What was that?
I said son could have bought him flights in a hotel.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are well aware, but players are allowed to take their families on team planes.
Not
Especially
all
when
of
you're a
them.
star.
Not all.
No.
teams.
Not all of them.
No.
The
all of
Warriors do. And
Not
I
this
bet
I know,
you
past
John
year.
Morant
but
can.
not all of them.
And I bet
No.
you John Morant can because he's the star of that team.
I agree
with you
on
This
that.
Let me
past
tell
year.
you guys,
I
that gesture.
don't
is
agree
just
with that.
Great.
I
It's a
don't
great
agree.
gesture.
Yeah, but
That's another
why
subject.
John Morant doesn't strike me as a guy that's going to use that power because that's going to divide the team. You're gonna get there's gonna jealousy is gonna crop
I'm
up,
not saying
and John
he's gonna
Morant
use
gets
it,
to
but
do
I'm
that.
just saying, that's the
nobody
thing.
else.
Doug Christie's
No.
wife used to go on the fucking plane all the time with him, and he
Well,
was
the
not even a
Palouse ran
superstar.
a
Because
loose
she
ship.
wore the pants in the family. She was
I'm
the
just
fucking
saying.
man. She was the man in the family.
My point
okay?
is that all this could be done without even needing a gesture. Like he could have done it regardless for free, because
Okay.
he's that big of a guy. He's that big of
Okay.
a star already.
Okay. I respect that. All right. Moving on to
Cool.
the next one. In honor of Pride Month, which it is Pride Month, shout out to everybody out there representing the LGBTQ community.
You might. There's probably a
I
couple
would say-
more.
I think there's a couple more. I'm sorry if I'm missing you. This was news, small news, but news nonetheless. So Jason Collins, ex-NBA player, came out 8 years ago. He was actually the first and I think the only NBA player that I'm aware of to come out. And he says he's actually shocked that since then, more athletes haven't followed. Now, he said more athletes abroad. And I
Right.
think a lot of athletes have come out. I wonder if he meant more NBA players specifically.
I
What
wonder
do
if
y'all-
he did that
I,
too.
Probably.
There's probably athletes
I
that
don't
come
think
out.
so. I think it's more towards. I feel he's like calling out the male side of it
Well, yeah, of
because
course,
there's
yeah.
been a lot of female athletes who've come out,
Sure.
but
I
you don't
feel-
see
I feel
any
like-
male athletes doing it.
We
I
almost
think
have
maybe
seen-
he was, referring to the NBA because
Yeah.
no one
He-
else has come out. And maybe
Well,
there's some
yeah.
stuff he knows, like why hasn't this
Right.
dude come out yet?
Right.
Why
And
hasn't
that's the
so-and-so
thing I always
come out
wondered. That's the thing I always wondered. I was like, yo, Jason Collins came out and I was very brave with him, but I feel like he knows of more people. You know what I mean? And
He
we've all
does.
we've
Oh,
and
we've
he does.
speculated
does.
of people over the years and jests and things of that nature, right? But I mean, there has to be more. And I mean, since him coming out, who was the other big name? Was it Michael Sam of the Rams? Is that the most notable player, male player that we've seen come out? Since and
Almost
I mean,
player.
right, almost
Well,
player.
I mean,
Y'all think there's still a stigma?
I think
course.
more
Of course.
they're scared it hurts careers. You know what I mean?
will.
And if you're
It
not a good
does.
player,
it's not
if
tolerated.
you're not a LeBron, if you were LeBron and you came out, I'm gonna bring this up.
Yeah.
I think people would be like, oh, they'd be shocked, but they're not gonna be like, fuck, he's not a better player. But if you have some kind of bench player guy that comes out, I think I don't know. I think it would affect his career, sure. Not only with players and maybe with the organization.
Oh, well, and it affects his endorsements too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Rodman came out and said he's bisexual, so that was the thing.
Who?
Rodman.
Oh well, yeah, we knew that.
But that was what after he retired.
Yeah, that was after.
They all do it after they retire. That's
so. If LeBron came, speaking of endorsements, just to go to that point, Jamal. I mean, Mika Jamala. Freaking, I just want to make sure I intermix it right. But if LeBron came out, would Nike pull their endorsement, or would they start making a rainbow color Nike now?
No, I don't. Think
of course.
Pull their endorsement.
That would make them look
Hold on. Have you seen some of LeBron's shoes? They already have like
rainbows.
Oh, but they would support LBG.
Yeah, but there's fringe. What are they called? Endorsers that are, they live in the Bible Belt or whatever, where they do not tolerate that, and they will drop.
Of course, absolutely, and I agree. That's why the non-good players, if they come out, that's what's going to happen.
So I think that's really weird, right? Because obviously, during Pride Month, I mean, and NBA, for example, is one good organization that does a lot of these things. I mean, Black History Month, they put the shirts out. They do different things for the fans. Pride Month, same thing, right? But at the end of the day, it's sort of like it's like you're supportive, but you're not really, because me discussing my sexual orientation or my could affect my money.
Right.
Okay.
I don't know. It just seems so odd that on the women's side of it, they do it and it's okay.
It's
Everybody
almost
just
like
accepts
it's
it.
applauded.
Well,
like it's
yeah,
almost like
more
it's
tolerated.
it's like like that raises their status.
Right.
You think of Ambi Wambach, Sue Bird, you know what I'm saying? So many
Rapinoe.
Megan
Rapinoe. I mean, damn, she's
Brittany
all over the
Garner.
place right now.
And I don't want to seem conspiracy theorist, but let me tell you how that normally seems. To me, it seems like, okay, the gender of sports is a male competition. So because a woman comes out, it's now like, they applaud it more, they agree with it more because it's a male competition. So like, yeah, you're playing the man's sport. We're okay with that.
Do you think also from a psychology standpoint, think about how we as men, we hear lesbians and we love it. We hear
you hit the nail on the head.
And that's really what it comes down to.
Men drive the culture for the most part.
Yeah.
We don't, most men aren't tolerant of, gay men, and most men are tolerant of lesbians, or you know what I mean? And it raises the
reality. Fantasy. Yeah, it raises the fantasy in their mind, Yeah. So
what do you think about this? This past election, or no, maybe when Trump won, there was that dude. Do you think this guy really had a chance at winning? Pete Buttigieg, was that his name?
Yeah,
Pete Buttigieg.
That was this past year.
That was this one. Yeah,
he was running against him.
Right. Right. But do you really think he had a chance? Considering that he's been out and he let everybody know, I'm gay and I'm going to run for the presidency. Do you really think that guy had a chance?
I don't know. I think there'd be a woman president before there's a gay president.
Well, fast forward to today.
Well, we might have already had a gay president.
Isn't Caitlyn Jenner? Isn't Caitlyn Jenner running out there?
Running for mayor.
Yeah, he's running for governor.
Governor. I'm sorry, governor.
But that's for this state, which is a very liberal state. Like we're talking presidency.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, so Joe Biden just elevated Pete Buttigieg to, I think, Secretary of Transportation. So I think part of it is if he's going
he's a Democrat too, by the way.
Have a chance. He needs a couple more positions, but
yeah,
I think maybe 2 elections from now, I think with the way the movement's going, and as a Democrat, if they get people to the polls, because really, 10% of the Americans vote or something, like the number's so low. If he gets people to vote, I think there's an outside chance.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, for sure.
I do want to say I support the LGBT community also.
Yeah, we all do.
Liquor, guns, beer, tits.
In a Z formation for you guys. LBG.
You let us rap on that one, P.
What the fuck happened? All right. Yeah, for sure. So another serious thing. Naomi Osaka withdrew from the French Open, citing mental health concerns. She was saying basically that It's a lot of pressure on her personally. She already suffered some anxiety and things of that nature. So the pressure of having to perform on, this level, and then also, constantly have to answer questions. Sometimes she just doesn't feel up to it. And, she let the association know that she wasn't going to do it. They find her. Have pretty hefty, and then she was like, "Look, hey, I don't want this thing to be about me. I think it's just better for me to go ahead and withdraw, even though she's ranked one or two, I forget.
Two.
Number 2.
Yeah. What do you guys think about this move?
Look, I think it's a healthy move for her. Like, one thing I do want to bring up on this, and I don't want to seem like a bad guy, because there's the mental health issue, and then it's just anxiety. It's really what it is, anxiety. My thing that I don't like, it's a mental health, because she is getting a lot of support about this. It's not always mental health. You're nervous. It's it's so much pressure. You have the anxiety, so
She talked
you
about
can't
depression
deal
though
with.
too.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, but it's go ahead and drop out. It's
Yeah.
totally fine. Pay the fine. I mean, you need to take care of yourself. It's her health that's the most important well-being for everybody, and herself included. But I mean, don't let it be a big deal. It gets to people, but
So my
as
thing
far as being a
is,
mental
yeah.
health issue, that's not a mental health issue thing.
So I don't know if she deals with mental health. I'm not gonna, but she probably does have depression, right?
She said it.
When you're like at, what is she, like 22, 23?
Yeah, she's right there. Yeah.
Right. So you're still
You're isolated.
well, hold on. Your mind is still somewhat fragile, right? You're still trying to figure out who you are as a person. You're not like she's a tennis player, but she's probably still trying to figure out who she is personally, and a lot of pressure. I do think it's good they find her, because that's part of your job. You got to talk to media, and
Sign a
I'm okay.
contract.
Yeah, and I'm okay with her also. Like, hey, I don't want it to be about me, so I'm gonna step away for a little while so
Right.
I could get it right. Like, I think it all worked out fine. It's not like she did, like, just to bring him up, as much as I hate to, Kyrie, when he's like, I don't want to talk to you peons. She didn't do anything crazy like that. She just came like, hey guys, I'm just not mentally prepared to be here right now, and you know what I mean? I'm out.
Yeah,
I got
think-
it.
Let me read what she
I
wrote, and I
agree.
should have
I
started
think
it
you
off.
said it perfectly.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me read her post real quick. And I'm sorry, I should have started it off with this, but she said basically, "Hey everyone, this isn't a situation I imagined or intended when I posted a few days ago. I think now that the best thing for the tournament, the other players, and my well-being is that I withdraw so that everyone can get back to focusing on the tennis going on in Paris. I never wanted to be a distraction, and I accept that my timing was not ideal and my message could have been clearer. More importantly, I would never trivialize mental health or use the term lightly. The truth is that I've suffered long bouts of depression since the U.S. Open in 2018, and I have had a really hard time coping with that. Anyone that knows me knows I'm introverted, and anyone that has seen me at tournaments will notice that I'm often wearing headphones, as it helps dull my social anxiety. Though the tennis press has always been kind to me, and I want to apologize especially to all the cool journalists who I may have hurt, I'm not a natural public speaker and get huge waves of anxiety before I speak to the world's media. I get really nervous, and I find it stressful to always try and engage and give the best answers I can. So here in Paris, I was already feeling vulnerable and anxious, so I thought it was best to exercise self-care and skip the press conferences. I announced it preemptively because I do feel like the rules are quite outdated in parts, and I wanted to highlight that. I wrote privately to the tournament apologizing and saying that I would be more than happy to speak with them after the tournament, as the slams are intense. I'm going to take some time away from the court now. When the time is really right, I want to work with the tour to discuss ways we can make things better for the players, press, and fans. Anyways, hope all are doing well. Stay safe. Love you guys. Yep, got you." So, I mean, at the end of the day, I thought it was classy, because I think that she has a couple of good points in there, right? There is the mental health aspect, which you've been seeing a lot of athletes talk about. And even once again, before this, it was happening. After this, a lot of people have come out and they've said, hey, you know what? You really don't understand what it is like for us as professional athletes on this particular stage to keep our mentals correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go through stuff just like the regular person does. And it's almost elevated because of the pressure that's put on us to perform, to engage, to interact, and things of that nature, right? But then I also thought that I've always said it's kind of interesting. Like, you think back to Marshawn Lynch, when he was like, I'm just here so I don't get fined. You know what I mean? Like, how they forced them to talk to him. And I understand why, right? Like, we as fans, we want to feel as involved as possible. So we want to hear from the players. We love seeing the NFL
the media
stuff on the
also
side.
pushes the popularity of your sport, of what
Sure.
pays you millions. If you don't have the media pushing that, you might not be getting paid as much as you get paid. So
Sure. But I mean, I think it's still a lot of pressure, right? Like day in and day out, no matter what you're feeling or whatever. I mean, and you know how it is. It's a extremely high pressure situation, because you have to always say the right things. you fuck around and say some shit that you don't want, you can be viral. I mean, and luckily for a person like Allen Iverson, who was like, practice, not a game, practice, that shit becomes funny. What's his name? Marvin, damn it, play to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, when you show true emotion, you know what I mean? Like in that moment, Herm Edwards, excuse me. Yeah, you're right. Herm Edwards. I mean, it can go one way or the other. So let me just follow up. Do you guys think that some of these requirements are outdated and need to be amended some?
No.
I think
your contract. You signed that you played your whole life to get to this point. You signed a contract that says you need to speak to the media. And if you can't, you grew up. If you can't, that's fine. Take your fine and step away like she did. I think she did the right thing. Everything that happened there was fine.
Okay. But you don't think that there should be a change, especially more and more as the awareness regarding mental health comes out, to where they should sort of
why? Because they have to talk after their game.
Well, I mean,
it's not like they have to talk during the off season. They got like 3-4 months off season where no one will bug them unless you want to be bugged.
That's not facts. Certain players, you always, if there's something going on, you're going to have to be, the vocal point. Think of a LeBron James or something to that effect. And even Serena was saying it. And Venus even said something. She was like, yo, at the end of the day, she was like, yeah, it's stressful, but I know that nobody basically can hold a candle to me, I'm saying, to my flame. So it's whatever. I don't feel no sort of way about this, regardless of whether you guys put something negative or positive about me. It is what it is. Everybody's handling it in different ways, but some days
what can they do? Talking. Really, what can they do? Like, what do you?
Yeah, what are you looking to change? Not to speak after your win.
Yeah, only
not
if
to speak
I want
after
to.
Your losses.
Only
want to speak if you win.
I mean, I think they should lessen the demand a bit.
If anything that I can think of,
if we lessen you what you have to do that we're asking you to do, then we lessen your check.
Then you get
no, because I don't think the media and speaking to the media has anything to do with their performance on their respectable fields, courts, surfaces, or anything like that.
But you got to bring viewership. You got to bring viewership.
Sure, but that's why they have PR teams and things of that nature to handle that, right? That's what they get paid for. Like at the end of the day, you're paying a player.
Yeah, but the PR firm is looking at part of that is media.
Yeah, it is.
Part of that is media.
A lot of it is media.
They're just not going to announce it on the radio and shit.
That may factor into your thing, but you're paying a guy like Kawhi Leonard. Since when has Kawhi Leonard ever been somebody that brings, from a media standpoint, more people to you? Like, he's not that guy. You're not paying him.
But he also talks after every game. It's fine.
Does he?
From what we know,
quiet guy, but he fulfills his duty.
Exactly.
All he does is
his part.
Yeah.
He was no more.
But he's there.
But my point. All right. Yeah.
And Kawhi also doesn't have any big endorsement deals, right?
Does he not?
New Balance, and that's a weak ass endorsement.
I don't know everything he's involved in, but my point is, I don't think that you have to sit here and say that somebody, if you don't want to perform on, if you don't want to do 10 press conferences a week, then your money should be slighted because of that. If you're, performing at tip top, like that's what you're here for. You're here to help my franchise win. You're here to help my people come and they go see tennis because of Naomi Osaka. Like, you don't want to talk to the media all the time? Fuck it, don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are still coming out to see you. You know what I mean? And
from
honestly,
a money perspective, then you got to get that written out of your contract. I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. Like, this is America. We should. What we're learning is, there's a lot of, we say that we have inalienable rights, right? There's a lot of rights that we think we have that we kind of don't when push comes to shove. To your point, Rick. In business, everything's driven by the contract. So if it's in the contract, then you have to do it, or there's a punitive punishment for not doing it, right? So then she needs to talk to her agent and get that written out of her contract.
Perhaps, yeah. I mean, and I don't know if that's to your guys' point earlier. I don't know if that's necessarily like a her contract, or if that's like a, hey, if you're a part of it, I'm sorry, I don't remember what
the tennis association or whatever.
Association, right? I think, I mean, it's like this is, part of your deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and maybe each tournament is different too.
Right.
Yeah. Every tournament can be different. So, and these people, they get invited to play
Right.
It's
Right.
not that it's just it's an automatic. I think it is if you're like the winner or the runner up that you're automatically able to come back and play the next year, like similar to like golf, right? It's like if you win this one, you're exempt and you get to play in the next like 5 years of this tournament, and you also qualify for this one and this one and this one.
Kind of like the
Gotta
host
be
of the World
something
Soccer.
there.
You know,
Yeah.
There's got to be
Well,
something there that says, okay, if you're coming to this course to play in this tournament, here's
Right.
all the things that we require.
are you
of you.
required? Yep.
Well,
Exactly.
And then you
What we
either
all
say
know is
yes to
it's-
that or not.
It's the network. The network. All this is really driven by the net. Like Channel 4 hosts the U.S. Open, right?
Mhm.
The network says these people better. Like after the game, they have to. They cut to their sideline reporters. You have to be available as an athlete. Or the network is the money's driven off the network. The what's it called? The viewers look at the network, and that's how the money. And then they put. I can't even talk right now. They put commercials or whatever to raise money. So the network's saying, look, these people have to be available because people aren't going to watch it if they don't think that after a match I get to see, Naomi Osaka or Serena Williams. They won't stay for the whole thing. There's a lot of people who like to see those interviews.
Yeah, I agree.
You definitely want to see.
and I hear you, but I think that something needs to be done. In all honesty, I mean, I know, we say these type of things were never an issue before. At least we never knew about it. But I also say that this era, social media or media in general, is just so much more magnified than before. We got to do something to find that balance to protect these people's mental and also protect the product, which is how they perform in their respective areas or arenas, right? And I don't know what the answer is to that, but they got to look at it some way somehow, because I do believe that it is a little outdated. With that being said,
can I say one more thing real quick?
Yeah,
Based on that, and it's just kind of just a rhetorical question. Based on trying to change things, do you think that the genie's out of the bottle and they can't put it back in? Because can you imagine trying to reverse course on that? I don't know, but I agree with you.
That's a very good thing. You know what? And one thing we didn't get a chance to talk about, which, man, maybe we can unpack next week, is how there's a lot of people talking about the player empowerment really becoming a bad thing for sports. I know there's an NBA exec who said it, but I've also heard it across other boards. You're starting to see it more in other leagues. So, to your point, who knows? Once this thing really starts getting out, how
I think
much
a lot
is
of
too much.
the next sports contracts, when they do the not contracts but the bargaining.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the collective
TVA,
bargaining agreements and all
I
that.
think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot different.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think
That's gonna
owners
have
are
to be.
holding their feet a little.
But what does that do for us as sports fans? You know what that means? That means strikes are coming.
Yeah.
Right. I
Because
was
they're
going
not
to
gonna
say
be able to agree on
another
CBA.
lockout. Yeah.
Lockouts are
Another
coming.
lockout. Yeah. Potentially. So, hey,
That means I get my shot on the court.
get your NBA subscriptions up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all. I'm watching NBA TV. That's how I get my fix. One last thing, and then we're out, man. Big news is broke this morning. Reportedly, the Titans will be the winners of the Julio Jones sweepstakes. They'll be getting him for a second round draft pick, and I'm sure a couple of other things from Juju Bees, things of that nature. Y'all here for this?
Yeah, they can do
look
it.
at Eddie P's face. You didn't know, huh?
They can do whatever they want, man.
Oh, P didn't know.
It sucks that we didn't have a second round and some Juju Bees to give for him, because I'd love to have him in the
That's
desert.
all they gave him?
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
Wow.
the second
That's
round.
what the Cardinals got D-Hop for.
Yeah,
Man, we
second round draft
just spend all our money on motherfucking Stafford, man. So Stafford, do your shit this year, homie.
Uh-oh.
To
Do
no
that
receivers.
shit.
Uh-oh.
To no receivers.
let's
Uh-oh.
let's stay on topic here, Ludo.
Yeah, it looks like it's a second round pick, and the Titans will send a 2022 second round pick and a 2023 fourth round selection.
Okay, there we go. So there's
Second
more
and a
details
fourth.
coming out. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out all the stuff that's in this. I know at the
Wow.
time that I wrote this on here, which shout out to Katie for once again producing another absence, but giving us something to talk about on the podcast.
So they got
there was nothing.
Julio now, and they have AJ
AJ
Brown.
Brown.
Ooh,
And
man.
they got
And they have
Derrick
Derrick Henry.
And
their
yep.
tight end is pretty good. I can't remember the tight end. He's
I
starting to
cannot
come
remember,
out,
but
too.
he's nice too. Yeah. So
That's-
there it
yeah.
is.
Well, they lost Corey Davis in free agency, and they lost Jonnu Smith, the tight end.
Yeah, he went to
well,
the Patriots.
think
right?
about
John
it.
Smith.
Come on.
Yeah, Smith went to the Patriots. Davis went to the Jets.
All I can say
That
is the
shoots
AFC is
them
going
right
to
up
be.
there to the top with Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City and the Bills. I think the AFC is gonna be crazy.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the AFC is gonna be crazy. So shout out to that. All right, y'all. With that being said, the fourth quarter is wrapped up. We are ready to get to overtime or our final word. Does anybody have anything particular that they want to say, or do y'all want to just cipher this thing? Let's go. No, nobody's up for the cipher, huh? Damn it. We gotta bring it back, man. I'm telling you, fans. I know y'all are waiting anxiously on this. My goodness, we'll get.
Well, aren't you away?
I gotta write it. I gotta write my lyrics out.
Yeah.
I gotta write them out.
I gotta be in a better space, you know what I'm saying? I'm around a lot of kids right now. I can't be over here, rapping what I say because I'm,
well,
I had to make sure my headphones was plugged in, and both of them worked really well today. You know what I'm saying? Because this conversation, around second quarter got a little loose. You know what I'm saying? But all right, man. Well, hey, with all that being said, man, I'll be back home next week. I know I'm always somewhere doing something. I look forward to catching up with y'all, gentlemen. Then it's been a blessing, and I'm glad that we got a chance to knock out another episode, man. 57. Who would have thought? Ooh. Shout out to the pandemic, man. If nothing else, pandemic produced this. So I mean, you know, if all 300 of our listeners are enjoying, see what I'm talking about, inflating numbers, Brian. All 300 of our listeners, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there you go.
We're doing big things, man. So y'all stay tapped in, stay tuned, man. We appreciate everybody who watched, who listens, who sends us stuff, who talks about us, whatever, man. We appreciate the love, man. Fellas, we ready?
We out.
Then we out, man. 10 Cents Podcast.